We're going to do an audio sync. There we go. All right, everybody hot? Everybody ready?
I'm so hot.
You are so hot. Smoking. All right, it is, I think, is this episode 122?
I don't know. I can't look it up on my laptop.
You know what?
I can.
Caleb can.
I think it's 122.
I think it's 122.
Yeah, 1.22 jig. Oh, wait, no. It's
And we've got a patio full today. Welcome to Shiftless, everyone, the show that is only about bicycles and power tools.
Yeah, there are power tools.
There are power tools. I guess there's rehab next door.
There is. It happens. You know, the house next door sold to us, and they've been doing construction for, seems like 2 months.
And we are coming to you from Casa Verde, and by God, it's a beautiful day.
It is
today.
the best day.
And no sound effects because we're freeballing it, but joined by DJ Caleb. He's probably going to throw his in there. There we go. Round of applause insert here. And we'll let somebody introduce our other guests today.
Mr. Justin Cary over here. Over here, camera.
Well, that's what the second camera's for. So we'll cut back and forth. Don't worry about how slow that one may or may not be.
I guess we shouldn't kick the table either.
So,
I'll try not to.
Hey, it is what it is.
Live raw without a net.
Live raw without a net. Who did without a net?
Van Halen.
Okay. And the unconventional Justin Cary, take 3.
Fast on flats.
This is 3 or 4. I don't even know anymore.
This is the third one. You know, it's so interesting. I went back and listened to our first podcast with you.
Yeah.
And there's so much prediction in
Really?
that podcast. Like, you were first talking about your powder.
Yeah.
You were first talking about doing, like, FKT stuff.
Was that like the Den 200 maybe?
I
Like
think
the
so,
first one?
yeah.
Yeah. Because that was before Undone XL.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it was before Leadville and all that stuff.
Oh.
It was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a fun listen to go back. Because I listened to it right after you finished Race Across Texas.
Okay.
And I was like, I even mentioned, like, do you want to do Race Across Texas one day? And you're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then here we are. It was freaking cool.
I remember looking up Race Across Texas and like years and years ago. I don't even remember what year it was. And I was looking at the FKT and I was like, that's insane. There's no way. I don't know how these people do that.
And it was insane until you went insane.
Well, I think what he had ended up doing never crossed anyone else's mind of not stopping, pretty much. I mean, even when Dana did it, his first day, he stopped in Colbert.
Yeah.
Right? He slept in the post office the first day. So he went from Texarkana to Colbert. We thought that was insane.
Yeah.
Right?
It was.
It was a long ride. But still, when he was doing it, he was thinking, how fast can I ride when I'm not stopped and resting? Because you've got to stop and do that. And Justin said, to hell with that.
Hold my beer.
Yeah.
Well, I've done like 5 or 6, like 300 plus rides without sleep.
But not back to back.
Yeah.
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 Right.
So,
I mean, I have so many questions about this Herculean effort. Like, I don't even know where to start.
let's start at the beginning.
We should probably start at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In chronological order.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you started, so the group grand depart was Saturday morning at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And you were spending time with your wife for her birthday.
Yep.
So
In Austin.
So it wasn't tactical that you were going to start 2.5 days late. It was just kind of, that's the way things worked. And then you were like, oh, well, I'll just catch everybody.
Starting from the beginning, actually, last year, I had FOMO. I saw everybody go, and I was like, oh, man, I kind of wait. I was on a bike packing trip with my dad, and I was looking at it, and I was like, oh, that looked like fun. I think I could have done that.
Yeah.
And then I signed up to see the route. And then after, like, later on in the year, I kind of was like, I'm not going to do it now because, like, I was worried about hand numbness, and I was kind of worried about, like, riding alone for like 4 days or 5 days. I was like, I don't know if that's like for me or whatever. So I literally, in my mind, I even told people, I was like, I'm not going to do the rat this year. I'm not going to do it. And then like 2 or 3 weeks before the rat, my wife's like, hey, so you going to do it? I'm like, should I do it? And she's like, yeah, do it. I'm like, okay. Okay, I'll
That's
do it.
all it took.
When your life investment is only 4 days instead of 7 or 8, it seems a little more like, oh, so you're not going to be gone that long. You're less than a work week away.
Yeah, it's great.
But my thoughts going into it, my friend Levi texted me the stops. I think I saved them, but I never looked at them. So I had no plan. My plan A was ride it from start to finish, no sleep. Plan B was start to finish, take small naps. And plan C was get a hotel, but I wasn't going to do that one.
Yeah.
But when you're there.
But hold up. We didn't even start at the beginning.
Okay.
So you started on Monday.
Well, let's do a slight reset for anyone that might be watching or listening to this that has no idea what we're talking about. So you completed the 2025 edition of the Rat 1000, which is 1,000 miles of mostly gravel roads, correct? Mostly?
Yeah.
From Texarkana,
I don't know
Arkansas,
what Peter's numbers are.
to Cary, New Mexico. That's 1,000 miles.
Yep.
And how long did it take you to do that?
4 days and 26 minutes? Or
21, I believe.
21.
Yeah.
Is the number I had.
All right. So that's I'm done with the reset. So now you start from the beginning.
So you started Monday at 2 o'clock or 3
Yeah.
o'clock?
So my wife was like, you can start with the grid apart if you want. And I was like, well, I'm going to do it in 3 or 4 days. So I was
3
like,
or 4.
God, what a cocky bastard. God, I just admire that confidence.
My friend Levi, who's done it, I think he's 7 or 8 days.
Yeah.
He just didn't believe me too.
Yeah.
And I told him for like over a year. And I was like, I'm doing it in 3 or 4. Knock it out.
I love it.
Anyway, so I told her, and she's like, you want to do it with the grand apart? And I was like, well, to be honest, if I do it with the grand apart, I'm going to start, I'll see the guys, and then I won't see you again for the next 4 days. So I was like, if we do your birthday, then I get to celebrate your birthday. We get there 2.5 days late. I think we started at 1:50 or 2 p.m., somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we did her birthday, and then she dropped me off right at that post office. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And then the chase was on. So, yeah, I was chasing and I was trying to ride with people, but
From a strategy
every
standpoint,
time.
that makes so much sense.
yeah.
If you know you're going to be faster than the majority of the field,
Yeah.
starting behind in order to have a carrot
Yeah.
is really
Multiple
a smart
carrots.
move.
Yeah.
Now, yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I had to itch my leg.
I got to talk to, I think his name was Jay.
Yeah.
At a gas station.
Jay Green.
Yeah, we talked for like 10 minutes. He was really cool.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to ride with other people. So, Caleb, I caught you in West Texas.
You caught me in Vernon. I
Yeah.
watched you on the dock because I went. You go into Vernon and you make the right hand turn to go north. I went straight about 3 or 4 blocks to go to the.
We'll back it up before we get to that.
Okay.
I have a story before that.
Okay.
So hold on to that.
Okay.
So I saw you on the GPS, however that with the tracker.
Yeah.
And there was a gas station there. And I saw you, and then I went, but I could kind of see that there was a loop. But so I was like, oh, he's just going to loop us back to that gas station. I was like, oh, wait. After I went like a quarter mile, I'm like, no, that's too far. So I had to turn around, and I went back, got my stuff at the gas station. So
What stuff? What?
Water.
Right. That's the other thing I want to talk about.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, let me tell this story. Because I had been, I don't know what it was, a day or two without seeing anybody besides Jay. And I was like, I want to ride with somebody, please. So I saw him. So I was probably, the tracker's like, usually it's 10 minutes, give or take. So I was like, okay, I'm 10 minutes behind him plus a little bit, so maybe 15. I went and got myself, now I'm 25 minutes. So I was pushing hard. And would you say it was?
Vernon.
In Vernon. So leaving that gas station in Vernon, I was like 300 watts trying to catch you because I wanted to ride with you. And like for 2 hours, I swear I was going up and down these like hills through that like West Texas area. I could not catch you. And you were pulling away from me. I kept checking it. And I was like, is he racing? Were you racing me? Were you not trying to? Are you just going fast? Like,
Y'all had a tailwind.
We had a tailwind.
I don't remember the tailwind.
Yeah.
I just remember I was pushing like 300 watts to try and catch you, and for 2-3 hours I could not catch you.
Say it again. What was that?
I could not catch you for 2 or 3 hours.
Oh,
and
okay.
then we got to the city, and then
300
that's
watts.
when
yeah.
I don't know if you want to explain that part because I don't know what happened. I went to a gas station.
Yeah, no, I just I went in and I wanted I didn't really eat a good solid breakfast that morning. I know it doesn't matter to you because you don't eat, but I wanted like hot food. Like sometimes just like gas station stuff, like it's good, but I just want hot food. So I went to Vernon Burger, and there was also, and I stopped there because there was I knew there was a Dollar General across the street. So I went there so I could get a burger, and then actually ended up eating chicken fried rice, and that was like I think the best meal I had on the entire route. Anyway, and then I went to
That does sound like
Dollar General, and then as soon as I got to Dollar General, I looked at you, and I even texted them, and I realized, what do you know? You probably don't know. Do you know what your trackers?
10 minutes.
It was in 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
That
Yeah,
makes
we were all
that makes
curious
about
about that.
right
Yeah.
because it appeared you didn't even stop at that gas station on the north end of Vernon.
Caleb texted me and he goes, "How the hell is he doing this?"
Yeah, multiple
He goes-
times I was like, this
he goes-
doesn't make any sense. He's
He
not
goes,
fucking
he
stopping.
is not stopping.
Yeah.
So I would run into the gas station. I would grab my gallon. I would put my bottles out, take my nutrition, put them in there, fill it up. 1 gallon was good for me drinking a little bit and then filling all my stuff up. I had 4.5 liters-ish,
Okay.
Yeah.
just a little bit. That's how much I could carry. With
He had
a
4
can.
liters of water on his bike, and it probably still weighed 15 pounds less than
Yeah.
our bikes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for real.
Well, we were
it was
carrying
really
camping
light.
gear too,
Yeah.
but so solid food. I heard in your video you had a couple of bags of corn nuts. Was there any other solid food to be had besides that?
No.
It was powder and water and solid food. I mean, corn nuts. Three packages of corn
And
nuts.
the only reason I had those is because I wasn't sure, because I've only done like 27 hours on my nutrition.
Mhm.
So I was like, I don't know, like what's going to happen after a few days. So I was like, maybe I should try some corn nuts. I don't know.
Why corn nuts?
But,
Texture, probably.
yeah, maybe texture. They sounded good.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. I didn't know if there
I don't
was
want a lot of protein.
a specific nutritional part of the equation or something like that.
Yeah,
So I asked that question to just pose a whole nother thought process. As Caleb and I were talking about this the other day, I recall talking to Shannon when he did RAT in, I think it was 2016. And I asked him, we were talking about the financial cost of it.
Mhm.
And he said, just figure about $1 a mile. And that was in 2016.
Mhm.
So I was revisiting that conversation just in my head, and it made me think that not only did you do it the fastest, you probably did it the cheapest of anybody that will ever do it. Because, I mean, I don't know how much you
So
had in
expensive.
powder.
yeah. I mean, sorry.
Yeah, how much you had in cost in powder. But literally, you had the cost of 2 packages of corn nuts and probably 8 to 10 gallons of water.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I'm like, we have plenty of money, but I'm so cheap.
Yeah.
So like, I get to a gas station, and I buy the gallon instead of buying the little bottles because
Yeah.
it's like $3.50 or something
Yeah.
for the gallon. You know.
Yeah, so you probably did it for like $40.
Yeah.
You know,
I didn't, yeah.
mean, that's what's so insane on top of insanity. I mean, it's so wild.
But I got permission. I double checked with the rules with Kevin,
Yeah.
and I did ship 5 or 6 packages to hotels and fire stations and stuff. I picked up 3.
Three of your packages that were delivered, you utilized. So,
Yeah.
how much powder did you have delivered to each one? Was it the same
15
amount?
15 packs. So
15 packs.
Yeah.
How did you? This is silly or not a silly question, but like I'm generally intrigued. You called the fire station. First off, how do you get a fire station phone number? Because typically the fire station's phone number is 911. You called them and said, "Hey, I'm going to ship a package to you guys. Is that cool?" And they were like, "Yeah, no problem."
Yeah, so Gainesville.
Don't worry about it ticking.
Just don't open it. No, Gainesville, they were actually really cool. The hotels are the ones that gave me more of a hard time.
Yeah.
Because like the hotels were like, "Are you staying here?" And I was like, as I tried to explain it to them, I'm like, well, maybe not. And they're
Yeah.
like, so like 2 hotels wouldn't let me do it, and then I had a few that were like cool with it. But fire stations, you just call, like, look it up on Google Maps, call their main number. So there's 2 different kinds though. Some are 24/7, and then some are like volunteers,
Yeah,
or like they're
volunteer.
just open during the day or
Yeah.
whatever.
If they're even open
Like
then.
burning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like It was in Gainesville. They had two, and one was off the route, and that was a 24/7 off the route. And then the one that was on the route was like not a 24/7.
Yeah.
And I called it. They were so nice, and she was like super nice about it. I explained the rat and stuff. They were like they were excited about it. They're like, we want to take a picture with you when you get here, and they thought it was awesome. So I shipped to both. Yeah. In case. And she was like, we're going to just leave it outside or something. So it was just out there for me.
Nice.
That's freaking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart.
Right.
My average, so I averaged it out. Each gas station cost, my memory was about $12.50.
Yeah.
Between $12 and $13, $14. So let's say 4 times a day.
Yeah.
6 days.
$50 a day.
Yeah. So I probably spent between $3 and $3.50.
Yeah.
Just on gas station stops alone.
Yeah.
I don't go the cheap route because I just want to eat whatever sounds good in order. Because the longer the day goes, the harder it is for me to eat.
Yeah.
So if it's a $1.50 pack of cheap donuts, I'll do that. Or if it's,
what if the day never ends though, and you just keep riding? Just keep riding.
Oh, just don't stop.
Just don't stop.
Yeah, I guess I just eat rocks or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, so.
And
Anyway,
so
going back, he spent what, $40? You think?
Yeah, because I sell the nutrition, so I buy it wholesale. I buy it I make it, and I buy it from like the distributor.
He did have shipping costs to send it to.
I did, yes, actually. So
yeah, shipping's not cheap anymore.
Actually, it's weird. So for heavy things, I can ship like that box right there. It's 4 pounds. I can ship that for $6.50 in the U.S.
What?
No, that's not bad.
It's this new
Priority mail or something?
No, it's a new ground something with USPS.
They do it by volume, not by weight.
Yeah, they call it something else.
Well, it's also by what it is. Like
that's the way priority mail used to be, and it was really super affordable. Now priority mail is stupid.
Like I can with our this is a stupid side note, but like with our dog rescue, if we ship someone a T-shirt,
I thought you were going to say ship them a dog USPS.
It's like $12. But in the same exact package, if we send them information or contracts or letters or whatever, it's like $2. It's the same.
Just tell them that's what it is.
Well, they can tell it's not.
You can
but like, it's like media mail or whatever.
Yeah, media mail. But you can ship. I ship for a living. That's why, like for eBay and Amazon. But you can ship for $5 with ground, or if it's for a T-shirt. If it's
they won't let me do that with UPS.
Yeah, USPS.
USPS.
Oh, USPS.
We can talk about all this boring shit.
Sorry, that's our other podcast.
Yeah.
So
shipless.
You beat me to the punch. Damn it.
So you rolled out Texarkana, and your mission is to just not stop. That was plan A, is to just ride
for 3 days
and don't sleep. Like, that sounded like a viable plan to you.
Yeah, I didn't really do the math.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I thought it was going to be 2 nights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I didn't realize it.
I love that you left that in the video where you came to that realization in real time, and you're like, oh, I guess there's going to be another day.
Yeah.
I love that part. But so where did you first get to the point where you're like, man, I can't keep going?
Yeah. So I've done plenty of 300 to 350 miles, which are usually 24 to 27 hours, and no problem at nights. And then so I did that. Obviously, I got 300 miles in 24 hours, and then the next night came up, and I was riding, and I felt like I was in a dream. Like I was looking around and like.
How far did you say you were in?
By then, that was already
night 2.
Yeah. So
okay.
So probably 500 miles in.
450.
Yeah.
Ish. Yeah. 450.
That makes sense.
Maybe 500. Maybe.
Yeah.
I will tell you that I texted these guys. Once you passed me, I was chasing 3 sets of tire treads, and I could clearly tell which one was Doug's, which one was Sedge's, and which one was yours, based on how they deteriorated over the wind. And Sedge and Doug, they'd be kind of side by side or whatever, and they would shift over to find rock, and then they would shift over to get out of sand. Dude, I should have taken pictures.
Well,
I don't know why.
Tires, though.
What's that?
So I have 42s. So I know that Sledge had big tires.
Sedge.
He had at least.
You're on 42s?
Yeah.
Sedge was running 2.1.
Yeah, so in the sand, you could
2.2.
float over the sand.
Yeah.
I was sinking in the sand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was. I hate to tell you, it wasn't just sand, buddy. It was not just sand. No,
Okay.
they're definitely like for instance, when you come out of Turkey and you turn right off the highway and you take that long kind of relaxed climb to start getting to the backside of Caprock. There was a lot of sand. Matter of fact, I could see your foot. It was really weird to see people's footprints, knowing that Justin was there 6 hours ago and Sedge and Doug were there, 24 hours ago or whatever it was. It was so weird to know that these people.
Oh,
were
these
there.
are this old.
Yeah,
I know whose they are.
Yeah.
I found Sledge's water bottle. Sledge? Is that
Sedge.
I found Sedge's water bottle in those. You called it it was like where you were hiking.
The Red Roads.
Red Roads.
Yeah.
I found his water bottle and I was close to him and I was holding it for him. I was going to try and bring it to him, but then
Just to be aware, we highly recommend not riding the Red Roads at night.
Yeah. Case in point. So related to tire tracks, when I was following tire tracks.
But wait. He was in the middle of answering my question that I asked 5
No one
minutes
cares.
ago.
I just want to tell him the mountain lion story.
Yeah, but that's fast forward.
Okay, we'll wait for the mountain lion story. Answer Brad's question before he gets.
So you're 450,
sad.
500 in, and you started like hallucinating.
It wasn't. I mean, I was hallucinating.
It was a dream state.
It was a
kinda.
dream state, and when that hit me, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to sleep. So I pulled over. There is like nowhere to sleep.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so
Was it Ekhorn?
I was like, number one, don't get hit by a truck. So I can't sleep on the edge because there's tire marks there. So I did find a cool spot where there was like a fence and it was like maybe like a generator or some type of equipment. So I slept next to that and I was like, there's no way a truck's gonna hit me there, And I just laid down on my back with my helmet on and I was just like out instantly. Yeah. And then I woke up between an hour to an hour and a half later, just like shaking, like so cold. It's like, okay, well, I guess it's time to go. But it took me like maybe 5 to 15 minutes to figure out like what the F I was doing out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was weird.
Let's backtrack a touch. First day for him, Clarksville, right? It looked like you stopped in Clarksville for an extended period of time. Do you remember that, where you may have stopped?
Was that in the first 24 hours?
Yeah.
So maybe it was a tracker issue. There was no point in the first 24 hours where I stopped more than like 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay.
That I can remember.
No. It was.
Yeah, you brought that up multiple times.
It was day 2.
Was it day 2?
It was day 2, and it looked like you were in like some little. I want to call it like a park, but it wasn't. It was almost like a little inset next to some pizza place or something that was like an outdoor area or something, and it looked like you were there.
That was Tuesday night, right? Because that's when we were hanging out at the campgrounds.
I do believe so.
So that would have been Tuesday night.
Would that be like after night 2?
That would have been the start of night 2.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah.
Before you get to Paris.
It could have been a tracker issue.
It could have been.
Sure.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
were.
remember
Well, and I mean, we didn't know what. Yeah. It's like, oh, okay, well, he went over 24 hours, and he's bedding down now. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then it was 20 minutes later. Oh, he's on the move.
Yeah, it was a little longer than that, and then that's where. So. Yeah. All right. So you didn't stop. The Red Roads was your first stop.
Oh, maybe it was when. No, wait a second. I had an issue where I took a wrong. Okay, this is what it is. I took a wrong turn because it was like a left turn, and I was using the Wahoo Bolt V3, which has a different screen and it just completely looks different. And I was using that because it had a bigger battery life, and I went right instead of left, and then it wouldn't. I couldn't figure. I knew I went the wrong way because the tracker messed up. This is it. I stopped for like 15, 20 minutes trying to figure out like what was going on with the tracker. Not the tracker, the GPS. And I had to end the ride, get my backup GPS out, turn that one on, like link, try and figure, like, you know what I mean? Like load up the route or whatever. And then when that one loaded, I noticed I took a wrong turn. So I think that's what it was.
Okay.
I was off by about half a mile.
Technical issue at that point. So, all right. So you were using Wahoo GPS. What tracker were you using?
Garmin InReach 2.
Yeah.
And I found a really cool spot for it if you're using the Useway. There's like a little mini pocket on the back. It's like, it's perfect for that because you get the nice.
There's I've got a, like when we go hiking or camping or whatever, there's also an attachment. It's just like a quad lock.
Yeah.
That snaps to the back and it velcros to, it's like a Velcro strap you can put on a backpack strap.
Okay.
But then, and Brad and I fiddled with this when we were prepping too, but you can get an adhesive backed quad lock attachment to connect to the back of it, and you can put it on just a regular Garmin holder. Brad hangs his on the back of his saddlebag, and I used to do that too, but I would always get concerned that I would drop it or whatever. So I was always like, every 4 or 5 hours I would reach back and make sure it's there or whatever. I wanted it in front of me where I could see it.
I noticed it draining too, because I think I had it in my pack, and then I would check it once in a while to check the battery life, and it was like dropping really quick. So I was like, maybe like if it's searching for a signal, it's draining faster, and that's when I put it back there. And then like I would check the battery, and it would just barely like sip on battery.
Yeah.
I had to charge mine. I plugged mine in twice to my dynamo the entire route. Like I think I went the first 4 days without even.
Yeah.
It was like 60%. After 4 days, I was like, fuck it, I'll plug it in.
Speaking of power, so I brought a 20,000 milliamp and a 10,000, 3 sets of headphones, and like the first 200 miles or so, I went through 20,000 milliamps of power.
Yeah.
Because I was just like on my phone, like you know what I mean, just burning through it, and like I was like after like 200 miles or so, I was like,
Look, man, to be honest with what you're trying to do, multi-day things and continuously going, and when you don't stop, even if it's to camp or whatever, like those are opportunities where most people charge everything. You need to get a dynamo hub.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it a little bit, but hold on. So to be honest, so what I did was I turned my phone off. I was like, I turned off the music, put them away, and I did like the rest 800 miles or so with my phone off. I would turn it on just to check.
Just raw dogging it.
Yeah.
But I loved it though. So once I turned off the headphones, I used to never be able to ride without music. Once I turned it off, and like I got like into the zone.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was. I didn't want headphones after that. It was weird.
Yeah.
It was like the first time ever. Yeah. So
Interesting.
And so the first time you actually laid down was by this generator station, and where were you? Like 450, 500 miles in?
Yeah, but I was in the zone. So to be honest, what I would do was I wouldn't even look at the mileage, the cities, because I didn't even have I had it, but I never looked at it once where the next gas station was.
Yeah.
So I didn't know where I was.
Yeah.
I didn't know what state I was in. I didn't know anything.
That's interesting thought, and it kind of makes sense because he's carrying so much powder. Because for me, it was the exact opposite. Everything was planning on how much calories I either had in my body, on my bike, prepared to intake, or how many miles to the next thing.
Yeah,
because that's literally every day. Like you almost
you're
felt like
leapfrogging from fueling station to fueling station.
It's like a simple-minded feral animal. It's like all I'm thinking about is
food.
Where's my next opportunity to eat. And so with you don't have to worry about that because if you're carrying 4 liters of water, you said
4.5 to 4.6.
4 liters of water is a ton of water.
2 on my back.
Like you could ride. How long can someone ride for?
How far would that take you?
Oh man, at night, easily 100 miles, and I think I did the last 200 miles between stops because that's a whole story. We'll get to that.
Yeah, I heard about that too. Yeah, that's an interesting. So that if we're looking at the pros and cons of the different strategies or whatever, I think that's probably a win on that side. Is I can go 100 miles.
Yeah.
So with me, I was stopping almost every city that had a
No, I did though.
Convenience store though.
Sorry, during the day. So because I didn't look up the stops, the only thing I did have written down were my actual drop points for my powder and stuff. But because I didn't have the actual gas stations written down, I was careful. So during the day, if it had been 20 to 25 miles, I would stop and I would just top up because I didn't know. You know what I mean? If there was going to be a 70-mile stretch at 80 or 90 degrees, whatever it was, you know what I mean?
So you didn't study the route at all to even know that, okay, I'm 20 miles from the next.
He didn't even know where the start or the finish was.
Yep. I can't imagine that. That just, I like going out and facing adventures, but there's also this primal survival mode of looking at my card and looking at my Garmin and going, okay, we're 12 miles from the next convenience store. Cool. Let's keep going. I can't imagine being 3 days in and, You know, you go do that on a day ride.
Yeah.
But a multi-day thing is insane.
So you said you had 6 drops. You mailed 6 packages.
5 or 6, something like that. Yeah.
And I know the answer is yes, but was there a strategy to how they were spaced out? Did you send them like every 200 miles or 100 miles or?
Yeah, like every 200.
Yeah. Okay. I figured there was some kind of strategy to it. Yeah. And you said you sent one of those packages each time?
Yeah.
So 4 pounds.
Yeah.
So at the most, you were carrying probably 6 pounds at a time of powder.
Basically.
Or would
like
you
15.
would you just get to a box and just take what you needed? Obviously?
No, I took them all. So what I did was but I would make it more of a concentrate. So like my bottles are 20 ounces.
Mm-hmm.
And I could put at home I could do 4 with a blender, but on the bike I could do up to 3.
4 packages in one bottle?
Syrup.
With a blender. Yeah, it's syrup. It's a gel. But you have to use a blender for that. You can do 2 or 3 just by putting them in and shaking it.
Yeah. God. And you just carried I guess you could just kept them in the little individual packets. You didn't transfer them to one larger thing or whatever.
So like I make this for the reason why they kind of look weird is because I make them for me. Like, I'm my biggest customer.
Yeah.
But like I make
portion control.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's everything needs to be simple. So like they're 4 mil bags, which are like tear proof. So you can throw them in your bag and you can ride 100, 200 miles and they don't open and go all over. Because when they used to do 2 mil bags and it would tear.
Yeah.
So like.
Side question: are you still manually making it at home?
Yeah.
And then you send them off to have someone package them for you, or you package them in the boxes and everything? You do all of it.
I buy the ingredients from 2 manufacturers in the U.S. Okay. I got like a pallet, like 500 pounds, and then I just have like a packing room, like a spare bedroom that's literally like all.
And you go through that. You go through that much inventory without it eventually going bad.
Yeah. So I mean, I've only done 1 order so far. And
does it go
halfway
bad?
Through.
Yeah, there's a shelf life because that stuff will start to, especially if it starts to get air.
Yeah,
if you keep it dry,
I keep it extremely dry.
Yeah.
I read about that.
You using silica packets or
yeah. And they come pretty sealed, and then once they're open, that's
like August and September has got to be, or July and August got to be the worst month to make this stuff because
you can't pack this stuff in Houston or New Orleans.
Right. Yeah.
I think
it would
I'll
be a brick. It'd be like crack.
I think I'll go through my first supply within a year.
Yeah.
My first order, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've been giving a lot of it for free. These are all for you guys.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
You know, it's funny because my bike shop has gotten to where they won't stock Tailwind for me anymore.
I listen to this podcast and you always talk about Tailwind. That's why I want you to take 2 at least.
Yeah. So I gave it a try. Kevin gave me 1 package.
Okay.
I can't remember when you gave it to me.
He gave it the week after Rats, the first
Yeah.
one. I have one too. I haven't had it long.
And I finally used it this past Sunday. We rode to North Shore and back. But to be fair, I had 3 bottles. I took one of those packages and divided it between 2 bottles.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had my first bottle was Tailwind. And then I transitioned into your 2 bottles. For me, I don't think there's enough electrolytes in there. I think I'm used to taking in way more electrolytes. But here's the other question. Like I said, I divided 1 package into 2 bottles. To clarify and to go back to one of our first or second conversations about this, you are wearing a Camelback or whatever hydration bladder, and you're straight water in there, right? And then you've got a, fair to say, super concentrate in how many bottles did you carry?
4 bottles.
4 bottles, and all of those are juiced to the gills.
Yeah, depending on the stop, though. So, like, if I'm close to a pickup, then they're going to be, like, super concentrated, right?
Yeah.
But then, like, if I'm getting farther away from that pickup, they'll be less concentrated.
You'll start adding water back into the concentrate to loosen up over time.
Okay.
Did it? No, it was not hot enough because a lot of times if that stuff stays in a bottle too long, it'll start to spoil.
Yeah.
But you were going through it fast enough, and it wasn't hot enough to spoil.
But speaking of your electrolyte question, though, so like it's 500 milligrams of sodium, but really people need like 1,000. But the idea is you use your own flavoring, and a lot of the flavoring for biking is electrolyte powder, right?
Yeah.
So at home, I buy like just an Amazon tub of mango electrolyte powder. It's like 300 or 400 milligrams per scoop.
Yeah.
So I'll use like one and then put a scoop of that in. So now I have mango flavor. But
Yeah.
like, to be honest, I tried doing flavor in the beginning and higher sodium, but then like I'm trying to keep it cheap and simple. And like, if it's cheap for me, I can sell it cheap, right?
Yeah.
So like, I can't have 15 different flavors, 15 different SKUs, 15 different labels. Like,
Yeah, I get that.
Like,
I get that. Yeah, it makes sense. I was just telling you my initial feedback, but I want to spend more time with it and see if I, like last night, I had zero powder. And so I did the math real quick and I put honey and agave nectar in my water, warm water, and then did sea salt and just a touch of baking soda, just so I would have electrolytes and sugar, consumable sugar, basically. And it worked great for my ride. But then I started doing the math and I was like, it's expensive.
That's expensive that way.
It was also 72 degrees,
Yeah, it was
not
perfect.
a 98 where you would really test to see if you needed like that ride last night was so chill. And
You could have done it without a
literally
bottle.
our effort was chill and the weather was chill.
Yeah.
I didn't even break a sweat, I don't think.
I didn't either.
So not the best test of electrolytes.
That's true.
sodium citrate is what will not hurt your stomach.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
And what is that? What's the generic? What is sodium citrate? What is that used for?
It's a sodium that's derived from citric acid. Well, it's maybe it's
right.
not citric
What does it
acid.
come in? How does it like?
It's a powder.
yeah, it looks
powder,
like
okay.
salt.
Yeah.
So it looks almost exactly like salt, but like,
you can get it at any grocery store.
yeah, you can get it on Amazon and stuff.
Okay.
I actually buy mine on Amazon. I haven't. It's so cheap that I haven't been like, I need to get it from the manufacturer.
So that would be your main sodium source outside of like Brad and I. But he gave when he called it in Colbert, he gave me his little Ziploc of flaked sea salt, which I truly believe helped me tremendously. You would choose the sodium citrate over sea
because
salt.
sea salt's going to give you a stomach ache. Like if you can do anything wrong for a little bit, but like if you're going to do like 300 miles or
1,000 miles.
yeah, like it's going to catch up to you.
Ah, that's interesting because
Speaking
I did have a little gastro issue when I got into Silverton.
Yeah.
I guarantee. Well, you're also eating sauce.
Yeah, I was eating
Yeah.
like a fucking. You know what I had for dinner in Silverton? I had Oreos and Rice Krispie treats. Oh, and a pack of Nacho Doritos. That was my dinner.
So speaking of gastric issues, did you have any fallout or gut issues after going 96 and and only eating 2 bags of corn nuts?
On the way home,
Uh-huh.
I stopped at a Mexican restaurant and I
Oh,
got
no.
double fajitas
Mm-hmm.
and no stomach problems.
Really? That's what I was wondering. That was my next question is, what was your first meal
Yeah.
and how good was
Oh, it
it?
was so good.
And then what was your first real sleep?
On the way home, I slept for a few hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you crawled into bed after showering and stuff, I mean, did you sleep for like 18 hours or?
No, but I was sleeping a lot. I feel like I was getting like 10 to 12
Yeah.
for like a day or two.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, the like recovery, so my plan was to do Big Sugar after, and they they cut it in half. So I was like, man, I don't really. And then the storm was coming.
Yeah.
So I was like, and I felt guilty because I was gone from the family for like like almost like a week, whatever
Yeah.
it was, and like so I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
But and then there was Mega Mid South that I was planning on doing, but I do like group rides. Like that's how I do for training. It's like a train road, race gravel, race mountain bike.
Yeah.
And I ride with PBA in Plano. I ride with the 380 group, the Rudy ride, my MVC crew. But the PBA is usually pretty slow. Like that's I brought my mountain bike one time to the PBA ride,
Yeah.
and I did the PBA ride, and I was so slow that I was like, I was struggling on the PBA ride. And then I did the 380 ride, and I got dropped.
Yeah.
And like I hadn't been dropped in a year.
Those guys are like, yeah,
Yeah.
show that guy who's boss.
So I was like not recovered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
You're still recovering.
Yeah, but like I felt normal, but I was getting dropped, or these rides were extremely hard. So I was like, I think I have to skip.
Did you have any physical issues afterwards? Because I want to talk about the couple.
A little bit of numb hands.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think after a little research, I think my saddle was tilted too forward, so I had too much weight forward.
Yeah.
And then my aero bars weren't adjusted enough. It's technical stuff that I think I could fix for next time.
Well, it's millimeters make a huge
sure.
difference over those rides.
Yeah.
That's what I tell
To
my
be
wife.
honest, what happened was I was training for Big Sugar, so I took my air bars off. So for 4 months, I wasn't training with air bars. And then 2 weeks before, I'm like, okay, now I'm doing it. So I put them back on. But it wasn't enough time to get that adjustment.
Yeah.
Right.
So I went through the same thing with my aero bars. I've used them on, I've used them on Spinistry one-day rides. I've done Unbound on them. I've done bikepacking things. And so I was like, I'll put them on at the last minute. I know how to set them up and blah, blah, blah. I didn't put them on until like a week before and started getting to just get everything dialed in. It wasn't to put them on to get used to them. It was to put them on to get my bike ready.
Yeah.
Get all your kit sorted.
And the first 3 days of the rat, I just really couldn't get very comfortable on them.
Mm-hmm.
And then by day 3 and 4, then it felt like sitting on a couch.
Mm-hmm.
So I lesson learned. I need to acclimated to being in that position. And you're 100% right, though. Even I made a slight adjustment, like they were slightly tilted up. And I mean, I used my phone's level, right?
Yeah.
And just dropped it at a half degree. I was like, something's got to give. And that half degree made everything. Like it made it so comfortable. But the only physical things I had is a week later, and I'm still kind of feeling it. My 2 small toes on my right foot are a little numb. Never had any hand issues. When I did the rat in 2018, my pinky and ring fingers on both hands were numb for a month.
Yeah, that's lack of hand positions.
Right.
Yeah.
The grips, the grip extensions that Redshift makes, you have to have those. 100%. Like that thing that I attribute not having hand issues to that. And then I just had a really.
You do have the
You got 'em,
control
right?
Groups, right?
Yeah, the ones on the drops.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sent me those too.
They're great, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they are.
I love them.
They're
I
so
have
good.
them on the Tributary. I absolutely love
Yeah.
them.
I feel like I would have
Episode
more
122, brought to you by Redshift.
Yeah.
Eric, hit us up. Oh, we still owe you a can of soup. Never mind.
Hey, I have a promo code for Redshift. Can I
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Fast on Flats, 15% off.
Oh, nice.
Oh, very nice.
And then I just had some really bad lower back weakness. We got back from the rat, and 2 or 3 days later, we went to the gym, and I was just going to do some functional recovery stuff, light weights, do all the things I normally do, but extremely light. And I reached over to pick up a 20-pound kettlebell, and my back just went. And typically when that happens, 2 days, I'm fine. This thing lasted almost a week and a half of just really, really weak back. And I could feel it all the way in my hamstrings. But last night was the first ride, and I've done several, maybe a half dozen rides since we're at. Last night was the first one where I felt like my legs were finally, as Brad would say, my legs are open. But yeah, I was wondering if you had any physical things.
I had
what about
some
saddle
hip issues.
sores?
I had some hip issues that went away after right. So saddle sores, I've done those 300-mile races, and I've gotten really bad saddle sores from 300 miles.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, if I'm getting bad saddle sores from 300, 1,000 is going to be really, really bad.
Yeah.
I brought 3 tubes, 3 different brands of chamois cream.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And every 20 to 30 miles, even starting from the beginning, I would stop and reapply.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
When
So
you're
you
20 or
stopped,
30
of all
miles.
your stops, stopping to put chamois cream on was the most frequent stop.
Yeah,
Well, he said you were stopping in every town, right? Basically.
but I wouldn't apply in the town though because
well,
it's-
that was
Yeah.
okay. So that was an additional stop to the town stop. Okay.
Did you hear Brad and I talk about lidocaine cream or ointment?
Lidocaine.
like on one of the podcasts.
Lotion. Lotion. Yeah, we talked about it on the last one. So
Yeah, I listened
you can get, it's about this tall. I think it's 2 ounces or 3 ounces, $7 on Amazon. It's lidocaine lotion.
Yeah.
It will change everything.
Yeah.
It will literally kill. You take that, bring some ibuprofen, take 3 or 4 ibuprofen, lidocaine cream, dude.
Yeah.
You don't even feel
But
it.
you're talking about removing pain, though.
Yes.
He's talking about preventing it.
Well, you're not gonna,
Yeah.
well, it's impossible to prevent it.
Well, he's saying he did.
Not
Well,
necessarily,
but I
because
was
you-
using chamois cream every morning too. I think this,
but not every 20 or 30 miles.
Yeah, I went hard. Full tubes.
Just
I had a
ice-
whole I had a whole pocket dedicated to it. because my idea was if
The
it's
unconventional Justin Cary.
I'm surprised you didn't just have an applicator that went down into your shorts. And
You know that
you can run a tube.
I was designing that. I promise you.
it doesn't
I was
surprise me at
designing
all.
it like you could have it like one of those like
You could use a blood pressure
syringe.
a syringe, right?
Yeah.
And then you can have a tube going down, right? And then you just squeeze it.
Can you imagine the
I had to
irritation from that tube? Oh my God.
So the reason I thought of that is when I was doing Chupacabra forever ago, it was the one and only time I've ever seen it in person. It was a guy that had a syringe that was taped or zip tied to his seat stay going down, and it had a tiny little hose, and it just it ended right above his chain, so he could reach down and oil his chain or lube his chain. And I was like, that's kind of genius. So I was thinking the same thing.
I
Like, if you're applying
Just
that,
lube your
I
ass.
had 96 hours to think about it.
All right. So no saddle sores.
No, I mean like a little bit. Like
Okay, okay.
I've had much worse with a 300 miles. So
yeah.
Whether you're prone to getting them or not, for a 1,000-mile ride, I would recommend bringing it just in case you do, because you will wish you did. Because he and I were passing it back and forth the entire time.
Yeah, because I have ridden plenty of stuff and never gotten saddle sores. And after day one, I was like, different animal.
Yeah.
And I don't even know why. I can't put my finger on it other than I had a different saddle. But I had spent plenty of time on it. I had already done my 300 mile.
Well, it was the same saddle you had previously used anyway. So it wasn't like a different model or whatever.
Yeah, there was a lot of things that went sideways for me. But
did you get my video on day one? I sent you a Facebook.
Yes, I'm coming for you. Yeah, I want to ride with you guys. Yes, I did. I loved it.
So any other physical issues from just the length of the ride? Any numbness, any soreness, anything out? You mentioned something about your hips.
It got better during the ride. I had like some weird hip pain going on before the race, and then when it was done, it was gone.
Did it feel like you needed to pop your hip or something?
Just like pain. Like it was actually at one point it was so bad I could barely walk up the stairs, but it was from like training constantly.
Yeah.
That sounds like a tendonitis bursitis sort of thing.
Stuff like that.
What was your recovery routine like when you got home? What did you do?
So I did start taking a day off, like the bike, like every other. So I usually ride it like 6 days a week. So I started riding like a day off, and like nothing was working. Like I kept getting like dropped from rides or like struggling hard on easy rides.
Yeah.
So then I was like, I'm gonna try my old routine of going back to riding every day, and that worked. So now, like, I did like a 22 mile an hour ride. I did like a 21 yesterday, and like, so I'm back.
Wow.
Jeez.
So I think it was 3.5 ish.
No lingering issues though. No hand pain, no numbness, no Achilles pain or anything like that.
A little in the fingertips, but I think that's gonna go away. I've had it before.
Were you paying attention to during the event? Were you trying to keep your heart rate at a certain what? No, of course not. No power meter. You're just riding and you felt it. Whatever you felt like doing.
Wait, you do have power. You said you were doing 300 watts.
I can estimate it.
Oh,
that doesn't count.
No, it does.
it doesn't count at all. You might think you're doing 300 watts. You're probably doing 180.
No, I'm not that.
Okay, so I didn't study people's Strava. What do you think I just want to get a gauge of your efforts. What was your average moving speeds like? It doesn't fucking matter when you stop. It's all one moving speed.
It should say on Strava.
Yeah.
His overall average for the entire course was, I think we had it figured at like 11.3 or something.
Yeah. It was,
okay. So you weren't.
Look at that stuff.
Then what was if you weren't paying attention to your heart rate, you weren't paying attention to your power.
Oh, he was paying attention to his powder.
Yeah, that's for sure. What?
Keep your powder dry.
What was your effort strategy then? I guess is the question. I mean, you weren't going out there riding as fast as you can. Were you? What the fuck? Or did you get on like day one and just...
Have you met my friend Justin Cary?
Redline it?
Yeah.
God damn it. What are we doing?
But wait, just for some perspective, how old are you again?
40.
40. Okay.
Oh, come on. Don't bring age into it.
Well, it is. Age is a factor.
No, it should not be a factor.
But it is.
When you get to a certain age, it absolutely is a factor.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Like after the ride on Sunday, I was sitting there talking to Jordan Alley, and it occurred to me,
How old are you?
He goes, 31. I was
Yeah.
like, well, fuck you. No
Yeah,
wonder
he's
you're
a-
so fast.
Yeah.
That's an excuse, though.
It's not an excuse. Age is the strongest motor. Youth is the strongest motor.
Recovery is
your
slower
brain
when
is
you're
the
older.
strongest motor.
Wait
Well,
till he gets.
I agree.
I'm 8 years older than you. I'm the closest one. Obviously, these old fuckers are older than you.
That's why I have a sweater on.
I'm the closest one to you. I will say, like, I am starting to notice that my recoveries are a little bit slower, and it takes a little bit longer to get over things than what I was when I was 8 years ago.
I have a solution for that.
Okay.
For one, if
Stop
you're,
aging.
no. For one, if you're eating right on the bike and you're getting enough nutrition, the next day you're going to be recovering faster.
And that makes 100% sense.
And then number two is the more you ride, the more your body adapts to it.
That makes sense too.
So like, if you ride like every day, you stop getting.
I understand what
short.
you're saying,
Yeah.
and I like that mentality. But there is science and there is biology that you can't stop. When you
There
get
are
older.
there are physiological differences as you age
Yeah.
that you can't prevent. It doesn't. It's
I still
it's
feel
just part
good for
of
being
aging.
48. I get up every morning and I don't have very many aches and pains. I get out of bed. I mean, sometimes I can feel it in my legs, but still, like you can't say that being 50 and 31 there should be no gap between performance because
But I'm in better shape now than I was when I was 31.
well, of course,
that's-
and we're all in better shape than what most
That's
people
fair.
are our ages. But you can fight science and you can fight biology and you can hold it off a little bit, but you can't completely say.
How old is David Goggins?
Dave Goggins is he's 55, 56, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he,
he's also a fucking robot.
yeah, and he is the outlier of all outliers. You can't even bring him into a conversation with regular people.
I think this guy doesn't realize he's an outlier.
Yeah.
That's the
Oh,
difference.
he is.
Outliers don't realize they're outliers.
Yeah, we called it from the very beginning. Like, go back and listen to the first interview with you. You will get a kick out of it. Episode 44. It's worth a listen because it's kind of the blossoming of Justin Cary, and then
Is it his coming out party? His quinceanera?
it is.
I am going to kind of somewhat agree with Justin, though, just after my years of seeing so many athletes doing so many different things that
Mhm.
are, they're 30 to 50. It's fairly equalized for two kind of reasons.
Mhm.
Yes, I agree with Caleb in that when you're 30 years old, you're full of vim and vigor, and your body can just do things.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go out
But-
drinking all night, wake up the next morning,
You
and go
don't
ride
have
your
the
bike.
discipline to actually train properly. So the vim and vigor get you through 3 hours,
Yeah,
a race
Yeah.
sort of thing. But if you're going on week after week after week for a year or 2 years,
Yeah.
the 30 to 40-year-olds can't keep up with it because they don't know how to discipline themselves through that. At 40, people start getting the discipline and the proper training, and 40 to 50 is just as strong as 30 to 40. at
Yeah,
that
when you
point.
have when you have the time and the time spent and the skins on the wall from an endurance standpoint.
And we're talking
Absolutely.
endurance races
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
We're
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
endurance races here. You want to talk crits, that's something totally different. You want to talk enduro racing, that's completely different.
yeah.
I've never been good at like short distance, like hour or less sprints, like summer series, like the
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done the summer series a lot, and I've just never been good at it. And
Yeah, when
Yeah,
you're
you should go out and ride for 4 hours before you do your 1 hour sprint. You know?
Well, everyone else needs to too. Like if like everybody in the summer series, like let's all go out and do a 6-hour ride, and then let's race
Yeah,
for,
yeah.
for 40 minutes. Let's see. You know? But
Let me tell you my mountain lion story real quick. I told it on the last podcast, but I won't spend so much time on it. But I just gotten to the top of the red road. So no, this is in the daylight. So
Yeah.
you're not going to have a lot of association with it because it was at night. You didn't know where you were and you were probably hallucinating. But just before you get into Turkey, as you're going south, you make that turn to start going back north again on top of the big hills and everything. And I had been following y'all's tire tracks, and I could tell all four of us got off our bikes and walked the exact same things that were completely unrideable. And as I'm riding and I'm laughing at your tire tracks doing this, I realized there's fucking mountain lions prints on your tire tracks alone.
Yeah.
So, and I knew you had gone through there maybe 6 to 8 hours prior to me. So I'm thinking, holy shit, these are pretty fresh. And so I sprinted. I wanted to get clear of those tracks. And as they finally start to dissipate, I see one in the middle of the road, maybe 30 or 40 yards ahead. So that's at the time, that was the most scariest thing. Now, in hindsight, realizing what happened, you slept in those roads at night. And by the way, as I finally rode past where he was, or she was a she, pretty sure. And, I was telling these guys, the roads are sunk down below because they've been graded over time and the road beds have sunk down. So the edge of the road at sometimes are above your head. Mm-hmm. That's where I kind of was in that. So I was worried like if they're going to stalk me from whatever. So as I'm riding, I get closer into town. Old cowboy comes up in his truck and his horse trailer, and I stop and talk to him. And he confirmed there were multiple mountain lions in the area. But I didn't know at the time that you slept. So I want to know, do you remember about where, or like not necessarily where on the map, but where physically on the road, in the space around you? Did you just try to sleep next to the fence? Because there wasn't a lot of space out there.
Well, first off, I did see a mountain lion track.
Okay.
Yeah. And right. I remember thinking it was a cow track, but then I don't know. I remember thinking I should take a video of this for my video, for my YouTube, but then I was too tired to take the camera off, so I didn't do it. But anyways, I got to the top of the red roads. It was climbing the cliffs. I remember going through 2 gates, mm-hmm. and then there was it was the very, very top, and right before you started descending is right where I stopped.
Yeah,
to sleep.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. I think it was past the second gate.
Yeah,
was when I saw him too. Yeah, we saw him in the same area.
I only slept for maybe 5 to 15 minutes, to be honest. I woke up shaking.
So where did you pull over though?
Right before you start descending.
Okay, yeah. You just pulled up somewhere on the side. I mean, there's not a lot of traffic.
Anywhere but I was still concerned. Anywhere where you could just get off the road and not get hit by a car.
Man, I know your strategy was to do the fastest time, but I really wished you had the opportunity to see how beautiful it is out there.
I stopped for 20 minutes and watched the shooting stars.
Oh, did you?
Constantly.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Shooting stars? You sure?
I'm 50% sure.
Or were you laying there going, I wish I saw a shooting star. Holy shit, there's 12.
Dude, I would just look and I would see one instantly. They may not have all been real.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Just like all the snakes you saw?
They were so colorful.
Oh, boy.
I didn't see any in your video, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of times I was so tired that I didn't feel like taking the camera off to take video.
It's still remarkable that you had the wherewithal to video and commentate while the video's going on. And you had a somewhat cohesive video at the end of it. Hey, Lucy.
I got it.
I was blown away that Lucy.
I can see him.
I was blown away that you did what you did in the time you did, and you had a video put out 3 days later. I was like, golly. So, back to your powder. How much powder do you know how much powder you consumed? How many calories? Have you done these numbers? Lucy. Sorry, guys. Hey, just put her back inside.
Paul is out there.
Oh, she is? Tell that woman to make us some more coffee. So, did you do the numbers? You know how much powder or how many calories you use? What is your problem?
Yeah, so...
Sorry.
I know you're good. I knew you were going to ask that question. You're not going to like the answer.
Because you don't know?
I just went by feel.
Yeah.
So normally I do, if it's an Unbound XL, a 300-mile race, I'll do 100 carbs an hour or more, and I'm dedicated to paying attention to how much is going in.
How do you know 100 carbs an hour when you're putting 4 bags in one bottle? I don't understand.
4 hours. Well, because for Unbound, I'll start with 2 or 3 bottles that are mixed at 4 hours a bottle. So I kind of pay attention to the time. And I know it.
Wait. Slow down just a little bit. Open one of those boxes for me, please.
You might need a knife.
I don't have a knife on me. Here. Here's what I don't understand, and I want you to help me try to figure this out. So each one of these bags, if I recall correctly, says 400 calories.
Yeah.
Am I to understand that's for the entirety of the bag?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're putting 4 of these in one bottle, that's 1,600 calories.
Mm-hmm.
And you're saying you're using that over the course of 4 hours, that one bottle, and then you're supplementing water in.
Yeah, you take like a sip. If you do 4, you need to use a blender, and it's going to be like a gel
for your rat effort. You were doing
3, 2 or 3, 1 to 3 actually, depending.
1 to 3.
Yeah.
So if I was going to drink this straight and not dilute it with a supplemental water,
mm-hmm.
would you recommend putting this whole bag in one bottle?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then for training, I do like a 2.5 hour training ride almost every day, and I just throw 2 in.
2 in one bottle, and then you're still drinking.
For training, and I know the route and I know the temperature, and I do it every day.
Mm-hmm.
I actually split them between all bottles. I don't have an extra separate water bottle,
mm-hmm.
But that's only because I know exactly like how much I'm drinking, and there's really no like things that can go wrong. But for like a race, like if it was like Texas chain ring or something like that, then I would have a separate water,
mm-hmm.
because there's a lot of variables that I don't know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So what's a dose for you? What's your timing on a dose from the sip bottle? How does that work?
Just for the rat, or for like
both?
For the rat, like I like
the rat
during the rat.
Yeah.
To be honest, during the rat, I was just going by feel.
Yeah.
And like it's really hard to explain, but it was like.
Did you ever get to like a bonk status? Did you feel like you were
probably,
tapped out?
But like if I got to a bonk, I would chug like 200 hours, and then I would get back on track.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you take a sip, is it like, okay, I'm just taking a glug, 3 glugs, or how does that work?
During the rat, it was really by feel. If it was a thick one, I would like take like a drink of it, and then I would drink some water on top of it. It's a really bad example, because the rat, I was really going by feel.
I understand, but I mean, your sense of feel, is this every 10 minutes, every 20 minutes?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, maybe like every 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you ever hear Taylor Ledine's story of how he calculated calories for when he did XL in 1? So he pre-mixed his stuff in his backpack, mm-hmm. and then he wanted to know, like, he's so the exact opposite of you. He plans everything. He calculates, like he's super analytical on wanting to know everything. He calculated each sip by mixing,
mm-hmm.
sucking on the valve, and then spitting into a glass to weigh that liquid to determine how many calories he was getting per drink.
Yeah.
And barely a word for him, because he ended up winning XL, but it's so funny to hear the exact opposite. Interesting.
Speaking of winning XL, that's my goal.
Is it?
XL. Yeah.
You're gonna go
and then people will start wearing flats after that.
You think so?
Well, don't they copy the people who win?
Flats are going to be interesting. Maybe tire choices and bike choices and light choices. I'm still.
Speaking of XL, what happened to Mega Mid-South?
Okay.
You never finished that.
Well, because I was so I could barely hang out with my group ride,
mm-hmm.
and then I have Austin Radler. This is the mountain bike race coming up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I might as well skip Mega Mid-South and then go do some a long mountain bike ride. I did like a 4-hour mountain bike ride,
mm-hmm.
and like honestly, like I think I needed to recover a little bit more. It was like right after that, then I felt like I was back, but it wasn't before that event. Like, I was still recovering.
So you think if you would have gone to Mega Mid-South, you still weren't recovered then, but now you feel like you maybe are?
It was only but like a day or two.
Yeah.
I probably would have been. I didn't look at the times for Mega Mid-South. You guys looked at it. I felt like I was going to feel FOMO if I looked at it.
A little bit, yeah.
I saw the guy that did 4th place did it in like 18 hours.
I saw Peter finished in like almost 3 days.
What's that?
I saw Peter finish in almost 3 days.
I think I could
Probably.
have done 21 hours.
Yeah.
So
That's all I've seen on it.
yeah, I don't know. I didn't look because I didn't want to film.
Yeah.
All right, so
Anyways.
the goal is XL this next time around? Is that what you're saying?
If I can get in, I don't have a guarantee get in.
Yeah.
Would you guys sign up? It's up right now.
Yeah, well, I'm a lifetime gym member, so I went in to sign up, and then when I saw the cost, I'm out. Like I'm just
How much is it?
430 or something.
including taxes and fees. The 200 was 430-ish.
The
and
200.
Yeah,
the
the
200 and the XL was
It's less.
360 including fees.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm just like that's a
So you're paying $1 a mile for a self-supported race.
yes. That's what I had a problem with. Is like this is entirely too expensive for itself. But that's my opinion. Whatever.
You're paying
Some
for
people-
the route.
It's fun though.
You'll get in. You'll get in.
I don't know. I hope.
Just set your alarm. You'll be
I'll
there.
make some phone calls.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll reach out to.
Okay, I've been trying to formulate this question to where it doesn't sound like there's any intent other than asking the question. Okay. So if it comes off any other, just think about the question I'm asking.
I love all
Sound like me when I'm trying to ask my wife a question.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, like I
don't read into
I'm intrigued.
I want to be
Keep
I wanna be
going.
genuine. So, given the fact that do you feel you were successful in your goal for the rad?
No.
Obviously, you broke. Okay, cool. That's a fair answer. Would you have done anything different? Do you think you took risks? Will you do you think, knowing that I pushed myself and I went this long without sleep and I took these risks, I survived and I met a goal. You may even not met your goal, but you met a goal. You maybe have not did it the speed at which you wanted to, but you certainly
destroyed
the
FKT.
record, right? So you've got to say that there were goals that were met. Does this make you think you can go further and do something even crazier? Is that your plan, or do you realize I might have taken it too far because I'm seeing rainbow-colored elephants and non-existent shooting stars, snakes that aren't there? Where does this put you as far as now that you've done something that's not even marginally longer and further, significantly further and longer? What do you? Where does it put you as far as?
Fortunately,
What's
I
next?
caught the bug for the multi-day racing. So the long term will be the Tour Divide.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get
And
the-
I can't
I'm gonna
wait.
get the FKT for that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna get the FKT for the it's like the AZT
ACT.
800 or something like that.
Okay.
That's a whole nother animal, my guy.
Yeah, you gotta start working on your hiking.
Yeah.
Yeah. But wait, specifically your question.
Yeah. What was your after you had time to go over your efforts and everything afterwards?
Yeah.
What would you have changed anything? Do you think you left time on the table?
Well,
You know, that kind
not
of
only
stuff.
that, but do you think you didn't push hard enough, or do you think you pushed too hard? Maybe you need to reconsider. Because look, you got to understand from our. I'll be honest. I'm not being judgmental. I think you were a little too risky.
Yeah.
I just from a human standpoint, you certainly proved that you could do it, but. Will you do it again? Are you going to do that same kind of thing and risk that?
Well, okay, so I don't regret it. The problem with the whole sleep thing was because I was too cold to sleep. Like I wanted to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't you think you should have brought more clothes?
Yeah.
Or
Maybe looked at the weather?
or maybe a small sleeping bag, or I mean,
I need to.
those are the risks I'm talking about. I will say this: if you're going to go out and do the FKT for Tour Divide, please study.
Well, I
Yeah.
know.
Please do your homework.
I
Like, don't just show up in Banff in what you showed up
No,
in.
I know, but like I learned the hard way. Like I wouldn't make. It was a mistake. Like I made a mistake by not looking at the weather and like bringing a sleeping bag or like some warm clothes. So like, should I wait for the?
No.
No.
Okay.
I just don't know what.
I think it's
what they're
him.
so upset
They're not used to him. Maybe. I don't know. They don't like this guy.
So if I had warm clothes, I would still skip the first night of sleep. And then the second night I would get like 2 to 4 hours and then just go 2 to 4 hours every night after that.
Yeah.
And so You arguably would have been slower if you would have been more comfortable.
No, I don't think so, because I was going so slow because I didn't.
He thinks his average moving speed would have been higher.
Oh, yeah. Like, to be honest, at night, I was like, I had 3 choices. It was like...
Freeze to death?
For real.
Yeah.
It was freeze to death. If I kept trying to sleep, I probably would have froze to death.
Yeah.
It was quit, which would have been like call my backup for help,
Yeah.
or ride slow. So I would go like 5-6 miles an hour at night because I was just trying to stay warm. I had no choice.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm gonna jump in and do my old man shit right now because it is the right time because Caleb is right, but I understand exactly where you're coming from. You're saying you learn from your mistakes. Unfortunately, Justin, you have a beautiful family.
Yeah.
You may not have learned from some of these mistakes. And I'm not doing this to lecture you. I'm really not. You had some mistakes on this trip that could have killed you. It's that cut and dried.
It was fairly irresponsible.
I'm not trying to bust your balls. I'm really not. Just take that into account from where Caleb's coming from, and because we want to keep talking to you on a really regular basis.
Yeah. If something happens to you, then we're gonna have to figure out what to do in the next episode. This is all about the podcast.
But here's another question, like thought process. If it was another 300 miles, let's say it was 1,300 miles, do you think what you were doing was sustainable? Or do you think you pushed it to the absolute edge?
I mean, mentally, I decided to do 1,000 miles, and I don't think I could have done like another 50.
Yeah.
But like, if mentally I had said 1,300, about 1,300,
yeah,
I would have made it work.
I guess that is difficult to actually know. Yeah, I could have kept it up for another 300 miles because you knew where the finish line was, and you were pushing to that.
So when I had that GPS issue where I had to like end the ride and then restart it on the different one, it messed it up because I didn't know how many miles were on that first one because I didn't like stop and upload it and look.
Yeah.
So for some reason, and then people started texting me like, "Oh, you're doing great. You're done, or you're almost done." And it was like the morning of, so I was like, "Oh, I guess I have like 10 miles left." But then like I was looking on it and I was like, "There's not 10 miles left." So yeah, I didn't know like how much I had left, and so that's when I skipped that last water stop because like, oh, even in the video, I don't know if you noticed, but the sun's coming up, and I make a video and I'm like, I'm almost done.
Yeah.
I was not almost done.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
that
the last section is 64 miles, 62 miles.
Yeah.
With no stops in between.
And
arguably the hardest part of the whole
the
whole route.
I had already gone like 100 miles or something at night because I don't drink that much. So I didn't refill in that last gas station, and then I ran out of water. So the whole time I never ran out of water. Like, maybe just a little bit. Like, it wasn't a big deal. Never got like dehydrated. But at the very end, I ran out of water. I was dehydrated, lack of sleep. I almost didn't make the last 20 miles.
Yeah.
Really?
No, for real. Like, I was blacking out.
Well, we kept like we were saying earlier, the three of us were kind of texting throughout, or at least talking, communicating somehow. First off, addressing everything that we've all said, we were all rooting for you. Like it wasn't one of those. It was one of those things where like anyone was like truly rooting for you, and then going from, oh my God, how's he stopping, to, oh my God, he's going to. This is humanly impossible, and then you fucking did it. So it wasn't a doubting on you on a personal level or wishing anything ill on your success. It was, I think, baseline. It came from a level of just caring about this guy that we know, and we hope he doesn't run himself into the ditch.
Yeah.
I mean,
literally.
I don't want to say there was doubt, but you certainly.
Oh, there was a heavy dose of doubt.
Yeah, it wasn't doubt on you though. It was doubt like, what can a human body do? Like
we didn't doubt you were going to try.
Yeah. No one wanted to see you implode.
Yeah.
Like, well, scratching is whatever. We all scratch, and we all I didn't finish. Brad didn't finish. I had a stupid mechanical issue or whatever. But it wasn't about that. It was like truly caring for like, this guy's going to do irreparable damage. To his body. So we're certainly glad that's not it. I just don't want you to. I don't want that to happen.
I don't want you climbing through trains anymore. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I watched a girl do that. Some teenage girl in that same town. I'm train stopped, and I'm going, I think there's a crossing, maybe a mile. I can kind of see it or whatever. And I see this teenage girl with her backpack walk right up to it without hesitation, crawl right in between the two cars.
Isn't that weird though? Like 7 or 8 ultras, and half of them have had trains.
Well, trains have to stop.
They have to stop,
Yeah.
but
they usually
always
stop in the middle of nowhere when they can.
Yeah. But
Which is where a lot of routes go.
I encountered, I think, 2 or 3, maybe 2 trains that were stopped that you could just keep. Like they typically won't cover every crossing within a town. Like they'll leave one open somewhere. You just kind of got to find it. But for a split second before I knew you did it, I was looking at that train going, how heavy is this bike? And can I lift this bike 5 feet off the ground?
Yeah, because my idea was you walk,
his bike was
you
way-
climb
way
up the
wider.
ladder. So if it starts moving, you just, like, you're not going to get run over.
Yeah. Or you're going to end up in Santa Fe.
Yeah. Well,
So, where did you catch Sedge and Doug?
at night.
Vega.
Yeah, because like that top where the mountain lion was trying to eat me,
Yeah.
they slept, and then I just cruised on past.
So you never physically saw them?
No, but I wanted to ride with them too, so I was pushing really hard to try and catch them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was thinking that you were going to catch them and kind of at least ride with them for a little bit before you said, all right, later, guys.
I wanted to.
Yeah.
I had to sleep.
Yeah. Bunch of
No mechanical
weaklings.
issues, no flats.
So I use the S-Works Pathfinders 42s, and I've done every single ultra on them.
Mhm.
Never had a puncture, sidewall tear,
Interesting.
nothing.
Wow.
Interesting.
They're insane.
And what bike were you on again?
Crux 2025 Specialized Crux.
I forgot to mention it on
Hey,
Lucy. What is your problem?
I don't know. What is our problem today?
I didn't even mention on the podcast when I was talking about my ride, but my last 300
baby.
miles, I was using a broken cleat, so I could snag. Now I know you don't care because you're on flats. You're like,
Yeah.
see, but I could get my cleat into it, but it wouldn't snap back.
Yeah.
So as long as I just kept forward motion and kept front pressure, I was fine. It would react normal. And I even stopped in Childers and took my cleat off both shoes and compared and like, what is, because there was nothing broken. It cosmetically and physically, it all looked the same. I still don't know what happened. Since then I've switched cleats on
I
those
think you're
shoes,
supposed
but-
to bring extra cleat. You guys, there was a podcast where you guys were talking about this, and you were like, I went really minimal,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but I brought spare parts. Like I had everything to fix
Yeah,
my
I watched
bike. I
your-
had 2. Oh, you saw
I
it?
watched your video.
Yeah.
I had 2 valves. I think I could have given you one
I know.
if you had just rode with me.
But I mean, I brought valve cores, valve extenders.
Yeah,
But I never. Who breaks a fucking valve stem?
I've heard of it.
I broke one in
Especially
San Juan Hut to Hut.
aluminum.
Yeah. Did you hear? Did I tell you, or did you listen?
Yeah, I listened.
Yeah, that little collar around it and everything. And when my wife came and picked me up, she handed me my little Ziploc baggie that I have like a half dozen of them in. I was like, this is all I needed. This one little thing that weighs nothing.
The newer Ride Now TPU tubes, I have some sitting on my bench, and that's the only reason I know. They have removable valve
Okay.
cores. Yeah.
That one that I had was that first batch that we ordered 2 years ago.
Yeah.
However long ago.
The newer ones have, and I'll show you, but they have a removable
Yeah.
valve core because they have an aluminum valve stem.
Yeah. He had a great idea when we were trying to figure out what to do when I was out there. I got caught in the middle of Talia and Silverton, like right dead in the middle. And he was like, because I'd already punctured both tubes because you can't get all the thorns out of it. So he's like, see if you can remove the valve core and put stands in your tube, which I thought was, at first I was like, my brain was kind of fried. I'm like, that's fucking stupid. I'm like, no, actually, that's a really good idea.
You know what I got the idea from? There's this race in Granada, Spain. I always forget the name of it. It's a race through the desert. It's like 600 miles. The guy that won it, though, he said, bring your electric pump and a hand pump. And I did that. So it's like, when you're really tired, you don't want to have to use the hand pump.
Yeah.
So the electric pump will be like your first line, and then the hand pump is your backup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I did. I had to put air in my tire one time. That's
Yeah.
So what electric pump do you carry?
one blank. It's
Because I'm more and more curious about them.
I think that's gonna be the next thing I go for.
I'll send it to you on Facebook. It's just like the one everyone carries. It's like it's a Chinese one, but it's like a more popular one.
But it's not the one that everybody carries because there's literally hundreds.
I mean,
of
Muck-Off's
them.
making them now.
Yeah, I saw one at
Bella has a half dozen of them.
yesterday.
Okay, so what you would want to look for is something that is like a good quality so it doesn't explode and burn your house down.
Mhm.
You would want it to take your tire pressure because you want to be able to, take your tire pressure out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
You want it to be small enough to pack. And then I found a hack though, because if your valve is a little clogged, sometimes those things won't read it. It will be like, you know what I mean? Like you'll put it on there.
It'll give you negative pressure.
Yeah, like you'll put it on there and it won't go because it's like it's clogged. It just literally won't turn on. If you turn the pressure up to like 70 or 80, then you can get it to go. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And you don't put 70 in.
Right. Yeah. It's pushing past that clog.
Right. That's a little thing.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Help in a pinch.
Yeah, because if it's feeling false pressure, it's gonna
It's that clog resistance that says the pressure's already at 32 or whatever.
Yeah, that's the next piece of kit that I'm super interested in. So I was just curious.
It's nice.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I got the bikepacking racing bug. So I want to do Bright Midnight in 2027.
I don't even know that.
I have no idea what that is.
It's a race through Norway for I think 700-800 miles.
Oh yeah, 1100K. Yeah, it's about 800 miles, isn't it?
And then there's another one in Spain, and I cannot remember the name of it. It's like one of those names. It's simple name. It's through like Granada, Spain. It's really hard to remember. But 600 miles for that one.
Yeah.
And then the rat again. But
so why do you want to go do the rat again?
Because I don't feel like I went as fast as I could have gone. I feel like if I had slept, let's say I slept 6 hours, I think I could have been way faster.
Okay.
Because I mean, my sleep was like, it's an estimate of 3 to 3.5, and that's like a rough
over the entirety of the course.
Yeah, and it could have been a lot less because I know the first one was an hour and a half, and then after that, I really don't know.
Yeah,
I know it was short.
But you wouldn't change your bike setup. You wouldn't change your fueling. You wouldn't change your tires.
I wouldn't change my tires. I'm probably gonna I'm bringing back my old Trek checkpoint with suspension.
Okay.
And then suspension with 42s. They're like slick middles.
Yeah.
And then I think I'm going to do like a down jacket that packs real small, a down pants that pack really small, and then a waterproof, really thin bivy sleeping bag.
Yeah.
In case it rains.
Yeah.
I think you would really, really benefit from a dynamo hub.
Yeah.
I started looking into it. If I did like the tour, maybe, but
not maybe. I think definitely.
Yeah.
On tour.
I mean, didn't you have light issues as well? Didn't you run out of light?
No. I use Phoenix lights, and I bring the extra 2700 batteries.
How many pounds of batteries were you?
That's the
carrying?
thing. That's the benefit of the dynamo is I carried a little small. I think it was a 26. I don't know. I don't remember what it was. I mean, like I said, the only time I didn't, like, even when I stopped in hotels, I didn't plug my stuff in because typically, I mean, I would plug my phone in for overnight, but I would just run because the way it works is you have a little junction box and it has 2 USB ports in it. So you can charge 2 different things at once. I don't typically do that because you don't need to. You're getting too little of the charge for a device. You just, like, I could have I remember there was one point my Garmin or my Edge got down to like 40%, and within 2 hours it was back to 90.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't use that cache battery very often. I just kept it constantly charging. That was part of the trickle charge into it. So
yeah, just have to make sure you have a pass through.
Yeah.
Cache battery.
Get one pass through cache battery, and then just plug it into your devices. Man, you don't have to worry about a bunch of, eventually those battery packs will lose charge, and then they're just bricks. They're literally just weight.
Yeah. So maybe for like the tour divide, you would 100% need it. And I think I looked up a stat like 70% of the people use that, or 50% or something like that. But
so are you thinking tour divide for 26?
No.
Okay.
So my idea is, to prepare for the rat, I did like 5 or 6 300 to 350 mile races, and I feel, even though it sounds like I wasn't prepared with like the weather and stuff, besides the weather, I was prepared for the food, for mechanicals, for like the actual like physical part of it. And I feel like for the tour, I need to do like maybe like 5 or 6 multi-day races to prepare for the tour. If that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So maybe like in a few.
I've got something for you to think about.
And maybe study the route a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, just blindsided.
Quite a bit of distance
Try-
between resupply places on the.
Try this on for size, because you already said you're thinking about doing the rat again and trying to do a better time. Yes?
Yeah.
For 26?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So take that same week, a week, you do the rat, you set your new time, whatever it is. What we have is what we call rat loop route now. So it's segments of the rat that are loops, but it's the rat all the way across and a totally different route all the way back. Yo-yo it on the second route, and that's 2,000 miles.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And that's a good
Acres.
Yeah.
that's a good. All right, because what's tour divide 24?
27?
2,700? Okay.
Yeah.
So 2,000 miles with the same amenities that you're already familiar with every 25 or 30 miles or whatever. Hey, just something to think about.
Yeah, but that's only 50,000 feet of climbing.
Understood.
Tour divide's like
Got to
300.
start somewhere.
You
Yeah.
start. It's
There's nowhere
it's
else.
not meant to. Again,
Yeah,
There is no simulation for the tour divide.
yeah.
yeah.
It
But
is the
there's
only one.
it's something between 1,000 miles of the rat and 2,700
And
miles.
you
Yeah,
would
that's
see,
true.
and you would potentially, for the most part, except for where the loops cross, you'd ride a completely different route coming
Yeah.
back for the most part.
Yeah, my biggest problem with that idea though is like if I'm trying to get the
FKT.
fastest time, I'm gonna be like destroyed because I'm gonna be setting my speed for 1,000 miles. If I set my speed for 2,000, I
Look
might
at
not
it this
even
way.
be able to beat.
The way you're destroying yourself on the first half of it is a typical Justin Cary. This
Yeah.
is how I start a race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you survive the second half of the race, right?
You're not going to be able to do
It's
tour
just
divide
it's
like
just
that
an
either.
extended version of the
Yeah.
unconventional
Yeah.
Justin Cary racing.
I think that's how you plan, because you I hope you're not saying you're going to go into the tour divide with the exact same strategy as what you did the rat. Please say you're not.
Like,
He
don't
is.
look at the
Look at
weather.
that smile.
Don't look at the weather. Don't carry enough gear.
He's going to come back and go,
Who are you talking
Did y'all know
to?
there's bears on the route? We're going to be like, what the fuck?
Well, I was looking at that.
Did you know
can't
that if
bring
you
it-
sleep in snow, it doesn't actually keep you warmer?
Yeah, right, yeah. Snow is not a good insulator.
well, you can't bring a gun on the tour because you start in Canada. So there's like, I was looking at that. I was like,
What kind of gun could you possibly
A
carry
gun
that's
doesn't
gonna
do anything
deter
against a grizzly
a
to
bear?
begin with.
well, they
No, there's no.
scare them away.
I've been
No,
thinking
no.
about this, guys, and I think, because I was watching videos of guys buying bear spray and all this, I don't think that a taser, I still think the taser would work on a bear.
Did you hear our story about
I did.
taser?
Yeah.
Dude,
I
I'm
plan
telling
on
you,
getting one.
that is.
That is the biggest hack I've ever
It's
seen.
not like the dogs go, oh, okay, I'm not going to bother you. Their ears would drop, their ass would drop in a it's not subordinate posture. What is it called? Submissive posture.
Yeah.
Some would just like hitting a wall, bounce off, and they would just run into the woods. It's the
think
craziest thing I've ever seen.
I think that would work with any wild animal.
yeah.
I mean, whether it's a moose,
I'm going to
or
let
a bear,
you try that out.
I think after seeing the way it worked with dogs, I don't think that there's another live animal that it wouldn't work with.
And he never came close to touching a dog.
Oh yeah, it
That was
wasn't
not
like
his
he was
intent.
trying to tase a dog. He would just literally hold it in the air and go, bloop, bloop, and they would.
Because I asked him, I was like, "Are you really going to shock a dog?" He goes, "No, I've never actually touched a dog." He goes, "All it takes is the sound."
Yeah.
I mean, I carry pepper spray and stuff, but I had a dog that grabbed my shoe because there's like different lines of defenses I use. Sometimes I'll just like kick at him a little,
Yeah.
and it was like a small dog, so I was like, I don't want to pepper spray him, so I was kind of like just kicking at him. He grabbed my shoe, pulled it off, and started walking away with it.
On the rat?
Yes,
Yeah.
How'd you get it back?
he went about 10 feet. I was up there chasing. He dropped it, but I was
Oh
like,
man, we never we had dogs come up to us, but we never had anyone
We never had.
actually like try to snap at us.
Well, the thing I've learned with dogs is you just stay the same pace and you just communicate
And
with
you
them.
definitely don't run. Don't chase. Don't let them chase
If
you.
you accelerate, then they think, "Oh, game on."
Yeah. This is.
So-
I'm just gonna dog.
Yeah.
Chase something.
yeah, I feel like you have to judge them and make that because like everyone's different. Some I can outrun. Some you have to like get off your bike and walk. Some
I try to kill them with kindness first. Normally, if you talk sweet to them, they'll kind of be like,
Yeah.
I'm sure I want to eat him, but then you kind of have to yell, and then
Yeah.
But my first go-to is just like, hey, buddy,
Yeah,
you
hey,
stay
buddy.
in your yard. You
Hey,
are
buddy.
pretty.
Yeah.
It's interesting because in different areas, the dog reacts different. I feel like on the rat, yelling actually, for me, yelling did help for most of them. But like around here, if I yell at a dog, they don't care.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think the taser, I still think that is one of the biggest hacks I've ever seen. I was blown away. And I firmly believe that would work with a moose or a bear or
And if I
a
recall,
mountain lion.
it was the size of a pack of cigarettes. It was like he bought it at Academy, and it's for a woman's purse. So it is a compact taser. It's like that.
But when it fires up, I mean, it
is loud.
And it'll put chills on you, too. Because you hear it and you're like, oh. Because the first couple of times he did it, he was behind me, and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, that's smart.
So I think next year I could do the right. If I started in the morning, I think I could do it and only have 3 nights. Because like when those nights are just they're terrible. I hate the nights.
Yeah, like if you started at like 4 o'clock in the morning or something.
Like the sun up or something like that.
Yeah, or well before sun up, you know. So how many, if you slept, so let's say just for argument's sake, you slept 3 hours over the course of 1,000 miles. If you doubled your sleep, or let's say even you tripled your sleep, let's say you caught 9 hours over the course of 1,000 miles, you still think you'd be faster.
I think so.
So how much overall time from start to finish do you think you could eliminate by actually sleeping more?
I actually don't know.
Because this is what Lachlan Morton did.
Yeah.
You're right.
Back in 2022, I think, or 2023, where he made a conscious effort to get, 4 hours of sleep each night?
I think it was 6.
Maybe it was
I
6.
think a lot.
And then he still set the course record at the time. It's been broken since then. But he literally just
Or
made
wait,
it-
did he say he was only going to ride for 12 hours a day?
It was
And
something
then-
like that. He did a very regimented ride.
What race was it?
Tour.
Tour Divide.
Yeah, he did the Tour Divide. He didn't get the record because it was considered supported, but he set the
He called
The
it
record pace.
mandatory rest.
Yeah.
Basically.
He had like I saw his video because he
I
showed
think it was
his
6
bike,
hours a night.
like a
Was
bike
that what it
check
was?
video.
Yeah.
But he had like these huge things popping off the sides
The
of
panniers?
his bike.
Yeah,
That's
panniers,
not
yeah.
Aero.
Well, it's not Arrow, but dude, that guy's
Yeah, but
got.
arrow doesn't matter if you're riding slower than 17 miles.
Okay, you're not gonna have fire stations to have your stuff sent to you, so you're gonna have to carry that much more of your powder.
No, you can still ship to post office boxes and all that kind of stuff.
It's much bigger gaps up there, is what I'm saying.
Oh,
Yeah, I
that's
think
fair.
it's any business or something like that.
No,
Any
that but
public
it's
business you can
it's
ship
much greater distance
Right.
between
Yeah.
potential stops. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I'm more focused on these small multi-days, like 1,000 or less, for the next few years. Tours way down.
Way down. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you already threw it out there, so I'm not bringing anything new into the mix. You said your goal is first place XL, if you get in.
Yeah.
So is it a lottery or is it a qualifier for XL?
So it's a lottery, but like they don't really tell you much besides that, like what percentage it is. I think by seeing friends get in and stuff, I think it's 50% chance.
Is it a lottery or
It's
is
a
it?
lot.
it's a
No,
lottery.
It's not lottery. It's these
not
are
a-
the people that we want in it.
they
Isn't-
include it in the lottery time slot for the 200 and the 100, but I don't think they have enough people to sign up to have to select people based on the lottery.
I know people-
I had a bunch of people not get in.
Yeah,
XL
people-
last year.
350.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah. There's a lot of people that don't get in.
Yeah.
I don't think it would hurt for you to type up an email and send it to whoever.
Yeah, no, do
And
it.
just tell them
Do
what
it.
you did at Rat and say, I
You
want to
may
see
not
what I
want
can
to
do.
do that.
One. Oh.
Oh, but also I got 19 I'm done last year,
Yeah.
and then I made like a YouTube video on it, and that video got like 12,000 views.
Yeah.
So I was like helping them,
I think they're probably going to let you in.
Yeah.
Don't talk Spinistry.
Yeah.
but don't do it.
Don't talk Spinistry.
Well, I was thinking like if I don't get in, then email them, or you think I should email them before?
I think you're going to get in just being Justin Cary.
I might just show up if I don't get in. Just do it.
People,
I wouldn't.
People do it for all kinds of races.
I don't see.
We call that poaching.
I don't see an issue. I think it would be totally fine to email them ahead of time and say, "Hey, I'm Justin Cary. I just completed a." You don't even have to say the name. I just did the FKT for a 1,000-mile race. I did it last year and got 19th place. I did a video, got 12,000 views. My goal is to get the FKT this year. Just letting you know I'm signing up. What's the worst that's going to happen?
He's already done that with this podcast.
That's true.
This will get to him.
Yeah.
They won't admit it, but it'll get to them.
Yeah.
So we may have just killed his chances already.
So what is the current FKT for the 350?
It's a different course each year.
That's what I was. That was going to be my second question. Is it? It's not a fixed course. They change the course every year, even for the 350.
Yeah.
Okay, but to be honest, it's. I know I'm not going to win Unbound XL.
You
just said you were.
Wait.
You just said you were.
That was because I was
not with that attitude.
That does not. Who is this guy?
Okay, top 10 is really the goal. To be honest, that's
why are you fucking crawfishing?
No, you're going for the win, dude.
You said you're going to set the FKT, which means you're going to win.
You know that they have last year they had 10 or 20 pros did it
Yeah, it's a world class event.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You're a world class rider on flat pedals.
But that's what I was saying. I'm going to get first place so that I can get other people into flat pedals. Kind of half of a joke, but
I still look going back to somebody touched on this earlier. We talked about the difference between being 30 and being able to cook it for 150 miles as opposed to these middle distance races I think are the hardest ones.
Middle mean 300 or 200?
Anything over 300 and under 500.
Okay.
I consider that a middle distance.
Okay.
The way you race a 1,000-mile race is different than a 350 is different from a 200, right? So
maybe you do. Maybe you have a difference the way you race 1,000 versus
most people, Justin, have did look at Lachlan Morton. He won the XL and he did what he did on the Tour Divide. Yeah. Raced it completely different. Right. So don't just because there's pros, that doesn't mean all bets are off when you start getting into these. Do you stop and rest or do you sleep or do you keep going or whatever? I hear what you're saying, but I think you have just as good a chance as anybody else.
I beat Leah Wilcox last year.
See?
And I only by 30 minutes too. It wasn't
was she in last year?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a picture with her.
Okay.
Yeah, we were at the last aid station.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's such a badass.
Yeah.
I got so much respect.
She was really nice.
So how far off the leaders were you last time?
About 18 spots.
Yeah, but I was
time-wise. Thank you.
Yeah, I made a mistake. I didn't have enough water, and I lost a lot of time at the end.
Okay, no. Just it's simple math.
19th place. I don't know. I was 24 hours.
18 spots, just like I said. The winner did it in what? What was the winner?
Probably 19, 18.
24 hours is still
all right. So
remarkable.
But I dropped that from 27, so maybe I can drop it again this year if I get it.
God damn, 24
so
hours.
4 hours roughly.
Yeah,
4 to 5 hours is what you need to make up from your last attempt. And with mistakes that you already know that you made that last time.
It's 14 and a half miles.
So you've got 2 hours already made up right there. Just there. Knowing better. Safe to say?
I mean,
and what bike did you run for?
Same bike for XL.
The Crux or
the Crux or the
checkpoint?
The checkpoint.
The Crux last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the year before that, the checkpoint. But I'm bringing back the checkpoint for the multi-day. I think it might be a little more comfortable, and then I can leave it set up, if that makes sense. So I don't have to constantly.
So you would still do the Crux for sub 24?
I think so.
Is what you're
3
thinking?
to 350, depending on how rocky it is. Sometimes I change my mind last minute. So.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't want to be married to it. I'm getting better with bike mechanics because I'm constantly changing up bikes or selling bikes and yeah. I'm gonna learn how to do brakes. That's my next thing.
Pretty easy.
Yeah.
So, speaking of buying and selling bikes, do you have your eye on another bike?
No, I had the frame and then I had a lot of spare parts. So I'm basically using all my spare parts to put it together. I just needed a few things here and there to make it a complete bike.
For what?
For the checkpoint, because I had a checkpoint and I stripped it, put the frame in the garage, and then use all those parts for a Crux to build that because it would be way lighter.
Yeah.
So I went through a weight weenie phase.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm out
At
of
one
that,
point,
by
you
the
had
way.
2 checkpoints, right?
No, I have 2 Cruxes. So I had
You had 2 of the same mountain bikes.
yeah, I sold one of those.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was asking. At one point, you had 2 of those.
it changes.
Yeah. Okay.
But you know what I did though, and I really like this. So I trained road, and I had a Madone. Well, I still have it. I'm trying to sell it.
Mhm.
But so a Madone with like 30 millimeter front, 28 back. But like the roads around here, especially north, like towards Salina, are so rough with potholes and stuff that I was like, I was like, man, I need bigger tires. We can't really on that bike. So the Crux, I started riding that with 42s. And I'm like, I would just wish I hate 2x. So I was like, I wish I could have a road bike that could fit like 32 to 40s, but slicks, right? Be a 1x. And so I'm trying to find this road bike, and I'm like, that's just a gravel bike.
It is. It
So
is. You
what
just need
size?
another set of wheels for your Crux.
But because I ride every day, sometimes I'll ride the group ride mornings, and then I'll ride gravel at night with like friends or something. I don't want to have to swap. So I bought another Crux. So I have a Crux that has 5,000 GP, whatever they are, but like 35 mils, right? So 46 front chain ring, and it's a 1x. So I mean, I can do like 34 miles an hour before it spins out. Like it's perfect. Like
You're
it's
running Explorer?
Yeah, I think
on
it's
that?
Explorer. Yeah.
I
So
think what
it's
he's talking about is a
perfect
war
road.
road.
It's
Yeah.
like the perfect road bike, and I can do.
Are
I
those
can
even
hang-
around anymore?
Oh, yeah.
They still have them. They're not making them.
They're not
but
making
still-
them
Have you
anymore.
seen a Salsa War Road? They call it their all road bike.
No.
I think the biggest tire it fits is a 38. Isn't that
It's
what
like-
you're looking for?
It's like a marriage of a gravel bike and a road bike.
Yeah, but I think all the manufacturers that tried to go down I don't think there's any left. Everybody stopped going down. There's still
What they call them is endurance road bikes.
Yeah.
That's the category now.
I'm sorry, 35s is the biggest. Or you could do 20. You could do 47 if you do 650B.
Nobody does that.
Yeah.
they used to be called brevets. Oh no, we can't say
Can't say that anymore.
Can't say that.
I hit a pothole on my Madone, and it crushed the front wheel, and I went down like 35 miles an hour. It was horrible.
Jeez.
I think it was just a mistake. It was just like, you know what I mean? It's like it just came out of nowhere. But
Yeah.
All right. So what else is on your to-do list for 26 event-wise?
I wish I could remember the name of this race.
Do you have anything in 25 that you're going to do, or are you taking the rest of the year light-ish?
I mean, every Spinistry event. I saw your video. So Spinistry is bringing back like gravel racing like more consistently. It looks like. So I mean, I'm gonna every single one that comes up that I'm available for. I'm gonna be doing that.
Okay,
Yeah, so-
appreciate that. We'll have one a month.
Yeah,
We'll have one a month.
You know, and I tell my friends this, like, if you want to like do good at Unbound XL or like whatever race you have, like Big Sugar or some big race that you have, you don't be like, okay, I'm just going to train and not do my local races and then have that one race, maybe
Right.
1 or 2 races a year, because you're going to get to it and you're going to forget your gloves, or like you're going to forget how to do your nutrition.
Yeah.
If you race once a month or once every 2 months, you're going to be good at managing racing.
Yeah.
And then get to your big event. It's
And if
nothing.
that's not your race of choice, then treat it like a training ride.
Mhm.
You know? Yeah, I agree. 100%.
Yeah.
God, I can't wait. So let's just put it out there. What's your goal for Tour Divide? Like,
KT.
no, I get that. But are you going to do it by 2028? Are you going to do it by the time you turn 50? Are you going to do it? Do you want to do it before you're 45? Or, you know, I mean, how long do we have to wait for you to line up in Banff?
Yeah, because I don't want to sit here and talk about it for years.
Yeah.
Can we just get it over with?
By episode 170, I'll have it done.
What? We do an episode every week.
So that means you're doing it next year.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, because I was on here like...
This is episode 122.
Last week was one that was skipped.
Yeah, we did skip.
There's a
You guys
couple of
are-
skipped weeks this year.
Yeah, you guys must be making it more often. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
It's always been
I don't
once
know,
a
a few
week.
years then. Like, it's
Yeah.
got to be a few years. Because I do want to get
2027?
a few multi-days. No, because in 2027 is going to be Bright Midnight, hopefully.
And the other race that's unnamed.
What race is? Could you Google it? I mean, it's driving
What
me
is it?
crazy. Okay, it's Spain, Granada, Spain. It's a race through the desert.
Granada, Spain bikepacking race.
Yeah.
Do that. See what
It's
comes up.
Super famous. I can never remember.
Badlands?
Badlands, thank you.
I bet Eric House has done it.
The guy that won it, he only beat me by 2 hours.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
That's
really?
beautiful.
Yeah, the registration opens in a few days.
So it is.
What date is that?
Here we go. It says August 31st.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And it is a 800K with 16,000 meters of climbing.
I guarantee you, we will not be having an August 31st ministry event to compete with that. So.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds easy after the rat, to be honest.
Don't get caught. Well, never mind. Well, okay, that brings up a good question. So, do you think now that you have this
Careful.
FKT time on the rat, do you think is that gonna draw anyone to it to go after your record? You think?
I hope so. I have a few friends that I think that could get it. So we meet like at these like 300 plus mile races. Like you meet the fastest people in the U.S.
Okay. Spinistry stuff is a niche upon a niche.
Mm-hmm.
Once you start getting to that level, FKT over 1,000 miles, that's the nichiest of niches there is, realistically. So I'm assuming you're familiar with almost everybody that does these things on a regular basis.
I mean, not everyone, but definitely I know a few people. There's this guy Dexter. If you're watching, you got to try and get it next year. I mean, he's the guy I race with. Like we just run into each other like in these races like constantly. So yeah, I think he could get it. He beat me at Long Voyage this year. I think he got second or third, and I got fourth. And then he beat me at XL by just like 3 or 4 places. So yeah, there's people that I think could get it, but I want more competition. You know? So, yeah.
Well, and I was explaining to my wife not that what Dana did back in 18 or 19.
Yeah, 18.
Not that was unremarkable, but I was explaining to my wife that the fact that record, that FKT stood for so long was almost a slap in Kevin's face, from the sense that there's just not a lot of people that go out and try to do what you do. People just line up and it doesn't attract the caliber of athlete that could easily crush that 5-day, 14-hour, or whatever his record was.
Dana's record
stood for too long.
I'm not trying to diminish his effort, but it was in that realm of rider, easily beatable.
Yes, right.
And Dana, buddy.
Yeah.
Nothing against you there.
Yeah. But
do you think your time is?
Yeah, because I think it's beatable. Because I think I can beat it.
You think you can beat it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, like, not that it's going to attract a Lachlan Morton level rider, but if you had like a guy like Lachlan Morton, he could go out and do it on a Wednesday, just a random time, show up and crush it, and probably do it in 3.5 days.
Right.
And that's studying it the course less than him.
And that's I guess that's kind of what I'm getting. What do you think the realistic max effort is? Maybe not Lachlan Morton level, but your crowd at these events. What do you think? You say you think you can do better. What do you think's a realistic best time that might hold?
You have to also acknowledge how perfect the conditions were too.
I don't think he realized
those were unicorn conditions.
It was
seriously,
warm,
and zero mechanicals.
Not like it has been warm. It's been 95 degrees before.
Yeah, it was the best case scenario for you to make. And the same thing with Dana.
Yeah,
the year that Dana did his FKT. So, granted, the quicker you're trying to get it done, the less of a window you have to manage from weather perspective. But still, it's not always going to happen like that.
There was one point where we had a tailwind, and it was like, I don't know, 25 mile an hour tailwind. And I remember like looking at it, and I was like zooming out on the map. I could see like it was going for a long time. And I like put the power down. I remember cruising at 25 miles an hour and just like, I don't know, like I could like, it was just quiet.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
That section going into Silverton, that 10-mile stretch of just flat, no turns, straight in, I had about a 17, 18 mile an hour tailwind, and I was cruising at about 20 miles an hour, and my heart rate was 0.9.
Yeah.
Like it was just like I was on an e-bike at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you got to understand, like I think it was 2 years ago. By Thursday, they had 50 mile an hour headwinds.
Yeah.
Like
But,
the
like,
weather.
So that can happen.
Yeah.
I know, but like when stuff happens, you get through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's going to,
It's going to affect an FKT. Right?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's 100 different things that could have entered the chat that could have crushed your FKT attempt. And all I'm saying is it takes a perfect storm or lack thereof for that to come to fruition. But so you have to say, if the scenario is perfect, like how much time do you think you could actually shave off? Do you think somebody could do it in right at 3 days?
I mean, I'll probably shoot for like 3 days. Like I want to definitely do it in 3 nights.
Yeah.
Next time. Because just like the nights are so miserable.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My math.
Did you
is
ride
not
through?
working.
I do not remember where this was. I think it was before you get into. You know how you come into Electra from the south. You remember that? No, you don't.
I had no idea what
There was a
time it
one-way.
was.
There was a one-way bridge construction site
Okay.
where you had to wait on a red light and a green light on this. You know how you come to the beginning of the construction and there's a makeshift overhanging red light. Have you seen these?
Yeah.
I mean, I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I got there at like 10 o'clock at night and there's no cars anywhere. I can't see the end of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's like, can I just cheat? The light, it says red, but no one's coming, but I couldn't see over the top. And there was no shoulder. It was like the Texas barriers all the way across.
So
Did you go through that at
I don't
night or
remember
did
that
they-
exactly, but I do. That did remind me of an idea. So like, I like to share like tips. Like I'm really open about the rat. Like I made a video. Like I'm not trying to like hide how I got the FKT. If that makes sense. Like I want to share it with other people. Have someone else
Sure.
use that knowledge and
Sure.
then try and beat it. Whatever. I think one of the really big advantages I had was actually riding at night. So like there was a time, which reminded me of what you're saying, I was going through some town or city or like almost like a highway, but it was like the speed limit was probably like 65 or something like that. And I was going over a bridge and there was nobody. It was probably like 4 a.m. and there was just nobody around. And I'm like, ooh, if I was here like during the day,
Yeah.
I would be on the shoulder. I would be like going slow because I'd be watching out for cars and stuff. And
Yeah.
I was in the middle, just cruising at 20 through this like almost like city. And I was like, I probably saved a lot of time riding at night because there's just no one out there, especially if you're going through cities like that.
Yeah.
But
Well, to be fair, there's not many people on that route, period.
we will through the cities though.
Yeah.
There's some.
But you don't go through any like major cities.
Yeah. Hey, I found a hack. I haven't done it yet, but the for the car radars, they're only good for like 10 hours max. It might be off by a few hours. I haven't tested it yet, but I ordered it. The Trek Carback car radar has pass-through charging. So my idea is, you have a dedicated battery for that, and then you might actually be able to have a car radar.
Or you get a dynamo hub and it constantly powers it.
Yeah. Then you got to lose like 3 watts.
I think the Wahoo one has the pass-through charging as well.
So ChatGPT said no, but I haven't tested it.
Understood. I thought I remember them saying that was one of the
Yeah,
features.
and I would have liked that one because I like Wahoo, but when I was researching it,
Understood. I could be wrong.
Are dynamo hubs really 3 watts?
I don't know.
I'm about to say, yeah,
if you
dynamo hubs don't have a lot of wattage.
If
to
you
them.
can,
like you lose.
you lose.
Oh yeah.
The resistance. But the new Sun Hub, which is difficult to get a hold of, which I think the theory is because
It's actually 3 to 12.
the new checkout and both the checkout and I know the Canyon does. I think they shipped them all to Canyon for Canyon to put them on that new bikepacking rig. But the new one is supposed to have more power with less resistance.
You know what we need is like I'm a retired inventor, and I thought about this during the ride. What about like a flip up fan, right? So you put it on the front, and the fan is like generating power, almost like a windmill.
Oh, like on
You're
airplanes.
still going to get watt drag.
Yeah.
Right,
from
but
that, though.
but only when you need it. So like your battery died, you flip it up,
Yeah.
charge it up, put it away.
They have
Yeah.
those on commercial airlines.
what I think you should do, What I think would be brilliant is for someone to incorporate the inclinometer, whatever it is.
Inclinometer.
Yeah. So when you're going downhill, it turns your hub on, and when you're climbing, it turns your hub off. That's what I think. So you're charging it's like active braking or whatever.
Well,
regenerative braking.
The hub is producing resistance regardless of whether or not you're using it to
but it
direct
uses
power.
more.
There's more resistance when it's charging.
Yeah.
So my idea though is power management. So like when I was saying that before, like I did the first 200 miles and I had no power management and I was just playing on my phone, music, all this stuff. And I burned through 20,000 milliamps. And then for the rest, I had 10,000 and it lasted me just fine, right?
Yeah.
Because I learned power management on the fly. So I feel like for the rat 1,000 miles, like I don't think I need a hub for that because if I can just use power management and like manage my power right, I'd be fine.
Yeah, but you're using these headphones.
Right.
If you went to wired headphones,
That's what I used.
You wouldn't use anything.
No, you would use more because then your phone's on. I literally have.
But you can put your phone on airplane mode, and you can just use your downloaded music.
So how are you listening to your headphones with your phone off?
Shocks MP3 mode. Actually, that's a trick I've used for.
Oh, it's got a small hard drive
on the Shocks MP3. You would look for the swim.
Yeah,
version.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they have built-in memory.
Yeah, they
go.
Wasn't aware of that one.
It's like an iPod Mini.
Yeah. Just look for the ones that are for swimming.
Huh.
Also, make sure your brightness on your phone's turned.
Yeah.
And you turn your Wi-Fi off. I put my phone in airplane mode.
Yeah, I tried that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're super deep into this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could talk to you for another couple of hours, but
I got a feeling Justin will probably be back for another episode somewhere down the road.
I think so. This is our third one with him, and I don't think it'll be the last.
Really quickly before we end, I had an idea for my nutrition on my website. It's simplecyclingnutrition.com. Free coaching for people who do a subscription at $30 a month. And the coaching will be specifically for ultras. Yeah.
Okay.
So my idea is sign up for the subscription. You get 15 packs a month and then 1 30-minute call. And basically I'll just tell you my strategy for whatever race you have. So, but
don't sleep.
No,
pack light, don't sleep.
I'll throw another piece into the mix if it appeals to you.
Don't study, go hard, don't sleep, don't stop, no matter what you do.
Now they don't have to subscribe.
They don't need a 30-minute phone call for that shit.
How about this? Justin Cary guided ultra events or group rides. Maybe 2 or 3 of those over the course of 26. When it fits into your schedule, we'll do a real casual weekend, get a group together. If they're coaching clients of yours or customers of yours, they're welcome to come join us, and we'll meet up, and you'll lay down 150 or 200 miles with them and show them how.
But you're asking him to stay with them. He's going to race it.
No. That's why air quotes guided. Talk about it.
He'll be on course.
Yeah. And he'll go out in front of everybody. Mm-hmm. A lot of them will catch you
with people.
What? And so if they're your coaching clients, you talk about that timing strategy ahead of time, and y'all go out and do a super long group ride together.
Or you just let them take off 2.5 hours in front of you.
Chase them down.
And you chase them down, and then you ride with them for a little bit and chat, and then you go, all right, guys, see you at the end.
That sounds cool.
So how much of this are you moving? How much weight are you moving?
Couldn't make it through the episode, could you?
I'm just curious, how is it just ramping up, or is it kind of leveled off, or?
I mean, maybe a few sales a week. It's not that big yet.
Yeah, you're not retired yet.
No. Yeah. I don't want to be like a tailwind. I want to to be honest, what I want is 50 customers, and that's it. 50 or less.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a small hobby.
Yeah.
But
you're basically doing it to fuel your own habit.
Yeah,
essentially.
like I'm my biggest customer, and I'm saving so much money.
Yeah.
What's talk about the sponsorship here? What's going on with Sean?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
DFW.
it's gonna be in the packet pickup at Rudolph's Revenge.
Oh, sweet.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Nice.
And
Are you
then-
doing Rudolph's? You gonna
Yeah,
do it?
I've done it every year.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna have like a little table there selling them. Normally this is like $30 free shipping on the website. I'm gonna do $20 at Rudolph's Revenge.
Nice. What?
Take and go.
Yeah.
You're gonna go. I'm sure you're gonna do the 40-mile route. You're gonna do a
That's
gravel
too
bike,
long.
or are you
Too
gonna do a?
No, I'll
You
do
do mountain
I'll do regular mountain bike, and I'm not going to go off the front.
What?
I promise you, I will not go off the
You
front.
say that every time.
I need
I
to know
will
the
not
Vegas
go
odds
off
on
the
this bet because I'm taking
All right.
I'm taking him going off the front.
Well, I hate to do a hard stop, guys, but I
gotta
get-
go to work.
I got to get up to Munster and do some route verification for next week.
I got to go grocery shopping.
There you go. You got a gig this weekend.
Do have a dinner this weekend.
Excellent. What you got going this weekend?
Austin Rattler.
Awesome. So that's
yeah,
this
good luck.
weekend.
Yeah.
You had
luck.
mentioned it earlier. I hadn't
Okay.
even heard about it this
Yeah.
year, so it's this weekend. Well, good luck with that. So, if nothing else, that gets you into Leadville, right?
I'm doing the charity, so I'm basically in. I'm doing the charity for Leadville, so I'll be in.
Okay, I'm not familiar with it. Okay, so this isn't a Leadville qualifier for you.
It
This-
is, but I do need to do good because I want to get a good position,
Good.
like
Yeah.
a good starting position.
No, you told me those don't matter.
That was like 2 years ago. They do matter. They matter. They matter now. That was old.
Instead of
That's
the
how it is.
unconventional, we'll title this one instead of the unconventional Justin Cary. It's the evolution.
Yeah. I'm getting an altitude test, too.
semi-conventional.
Oh, you are?
Justin
Yeah.
Cary.
Semi. Quasi.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? He's
What?
getting a hyperbaric tent.
Yeah. I'm gonna
All
sit in
right.
it for like 5 weeks.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Hey, one more thing.
Yeah.
If you're speaking of Austin Rattler, this came across my feed just the other day. They're not doing enchilada buffet this year, which is kind of like their Judgment Day, where they put you ride to all these trails, and it ends up being like 80 to something miles. I'm not sure on the exact distance. But this year, in lieu of doing that, and I don't know what the roadblock is, they're doing Thumper, which is arguably the hardest trail in Austin. They're doing 6 hours of Thumper. So if you want to go do something extremely difficult, you can check that out.
Okay.
So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah.
As always, it's been a pleasure talking to
Yep,
you.
thank
Thanks for having
I always come away with more questions than answers, and it's just I'm excited to see what you do next. I mean, there's no other way to say it.
Badlands. Hopefully, if I can get in,
Yeah.
Badlands will be next. I'm about XL.
Wow.
Hopefully.
Well, good luck to you on all your cycling adventures. So
For sure.
go ride your bike.
Let's do it.